episode of Speak On It. I am your host, Big Mike. I know it seems like I'm alone, but I'm not alone tonight. We're going to bring the fellas in solo, one by one. Let's get the introductions going. First up, I've got my man, Podcast Poppy. Dylan is in the building.
In Charbox we trust.
I've got my man, Enoch, in the building, ready to go. And
Let's do this.
I've got my man. He's been waiting for this episode for 15 episodes. This is the last football episode of the season. I know he can't wait to get into this basketball. James, what's going on tonight? What is going on? Fellas, how are we feeling?
It's a celebration, you guys. It's a celebration. Hashtag is a celebration. The NFL season is over. It is over once and for all. We can stop this quote unquote bummy NFL talk. We can get rid of it. We can talk this NBA talk, the real sport of America. Yeah,
I don't agree all that.
Hey, I don't care. I don't care if you agree or not. Okay.
The ratings will disagree when the ratings come out.
Hey, that's fine.
100. It was 112 million.
We can have the next We can have the next running the ratings up if they want. We know what that is. But the NBA season will prevail and continue. Man, I love this sport. I love this game.
Yeah. I bet you do. But before we do have to finish our wrap-up of the NFL. The superb owl went off without a hitch.
The superb owl. Before we go into the game, let us talk about the wonderful party that was thrown at Casa de Dylan.
Yes.
James was invited. James didn't come, but he missed out on a good time. Roz came with his fiance. Mike came with his girlfriend. And Anthony came with his girlfriend. Made some food. Apparently,
Anthony did not come with his girlfriend.
Oh, Anthony came, and then his girlfriend came after.
Wow.
So I had to come and introduce Anthony's girlfriend to everybody.
Exactly, Dylan. Thank you for introducing her to me.
Like, Anthony's over here getting his third plate of fucking chicken thighs, and I'm just sitting there. I'm taking a call. I'm like, oh yeah, by the way, this is Anthony's girlfriend. Everybody, say hello. Well, Anthony's rude ass. But we had a great time. Apparently, chicken thighs were the talk of the party. All when Anthony is whispering in Roz's ear when he sits down. Roz, you gotta try the chicken.
Oh my god.
Roz, you gotta try the chicken.
First thing he said to me when I got there.
Because literally, as Mike texts me that he's downstairs to go get him, I started saying, I literally just took all the food out. So Anthony just got a fresh plate of food. My buddy Fredo got a fresh plate of food. I had my plate of food. But when I came upstairs, I didn't because Janice ate it. So I was a little upset. And then she got mad at me because I took the skin. Fuck you. And he literally sits down next to Roz. And Roz is like, okay, maybe I need to go check this chicken. Roz takes a bite of the chicken. He goes, you made this? Like, it was just like a surprise. Like, I cook, motherfucker. I does this shit.
They definitely thought Janice cooked all of it. I'm not gonna
Janice
lie.
don't know how to cook.
I would have thought Janice cooked that until you blatantly made it clear. No. This is all me over here.
Me. Janice. Don't let her being super Dominican fool you. She can't cook. I cook. I does the cooking. But everybody brought some stuff. Mike brought ginger ale. Roz brought some chicken wings, and Anthony also brought some chicken wings.
Yes, James. You want to know what Anthony?
He brought frozen chicken wings to my Super Bowl party. 2 bags of frozen chicken wings to my party. This cheap motherfucker. He could have even gotten like the wings that were already made. And I just had to heat up a little bit. This dude wanted me to break out my air fryer and start frying these fucking things for a group of people. This cheap motherfucker.
Where did you get that from?
This shit was $10 a bag.
Where's
Where'd you
Kirkwood?
get-
I know Kirkland's Costco. Where's Kirkwood? Did you get this from Aldi's?
No,
No.
I got it from a very exclusive restaurant.
The
I'll
dollar
put it like
store.
that.
Well, you go to Dollar General and get these chicken wings.
Them chicken wings was $9 a bag. Man. It was a very exclusive store.
Why didn't you just go to ShopRite or Stop and Shop and buy the area where the food is cooked already?
I only go after top quality, bro. I only get top quality.
Top quality frozen wings.
Yeah.
Always top
quality frozen wings.
Oh my god.
Honey barbecue flavor.
Dylan, I'll give you a solid right here, Dylan. I'll just cue this meme up.
Wow.
Top quality frozen
Chicken
wings.
raised with no antibiotics ever.
Yes.
All vegetarian diet for my chickens. What's the sodium intake on this? 580 milligrams of sodium. Great job, Anthony.
Great job.
But then we'll go back to my chicken really quick. You know the chicken was good when Anthony's cheap ass says in the group chat, "Yo, Dylan, I will actually pass you some bread for your chicken." I'm like, that actually means a lot, seeing how you're cheap as hell.
Yeah.
But we move.
Oof.
Let's get it.
Yeah. And seeing that Roz is not here tonight, there's only one guy in here that got this game right. I was on the bandwagon from the beginning. Stamp it again. Who won the game? Dylan, you know what to do right now.
I do. I did it. It was a very good game. It was a very good game. And I flip-flopped in the first half immediately in front of everybody, where the Rams, Odell Beckham grabbed a touchdown off the homeboy's head top to bring in the first score, and then I think they scored again.
Hit us with the Michael Jackson.
Mm-hmm. He had a moonwalk, and then they scored again, I think. Or, no, yeah, you guys got there right after that. So they scored, they went 14-0 before the...
It was
14-3.
It was I think it was 14-3.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah, we got there. I saw the field goal.
Yeah, so 14-3, and I'm like, all right. Or it was 13-3 at this point.
13-3 because they missed
13-3. And
point.
I'm like, oh man, this is gonna be a long game. The Rams won this. And then the holder muffs the kick. He muffs the hold, and he has to pick it up. I'm like, oh no, the Rams lost. In the matter of 30 seconds, I switched my opinion right away. And it looked like for a while the Rams were losing it, especially once Odell got hurt.
And then Odell got hurt, and sadly, all the air went out of the party too, because we were just all like, "Damn!"
All of us were like, "Fuck,"
because we all knew what it was. We all knew what it was when we saw it. Those non-contact running grab my knee, not good at all.
Because if Odell played that whole game, they probably win by like 2 to 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, they probably would.
Because they had no answer for him, because they were so worried about Cooper Kupp that Odell was getting one-on-one coverage, and he was making them pay,
cooking them for it.
Like Odell, if Odell plays that whole game, he's more than likely the Super Bowl MVP.
He might be,
because he went out with I think like 50 yards on like 2 catches. And then second half, great Super Bowl halftime show.
Great, James. Great
halftime show.
I believe you. Did you guys
Eminem only got like one song.
Did you guys get your Tupac hologram?
We did not. We did not get our Tupac hologram. But it was still very good. 50 Cent showing up upside down was out of nowhere, was very surprising. We're like, oh, it's 50! Wearing a G-Unit beater that we haven't seen since 2006.
And he's actually selling them. He's actually put them on sale too today.
Again?
Yeah, he put a red one and he put a blue one.
It's been a while since we've seen that.
That man knows how to make money.
Yes,
they play some Tupac songs.
They played a little bit of I Ain't Mad at You.
They played the intro, like Dre was playing I Ain't Mad at You on the piano.
While Eminem took a knee for Colin Kaepernick.
or to pay respect to Tupac as he was playing I Ain't Mad at You at the same time.
Whichever story you want to believe. Whichever story you want to believe.
Because I don't believe the Kaepernick one because there's no context to it besides him taking a knee.
Oh
Like,
no, there's context.
There's context, but like I feel like it's a reach.
Might be.
I think it's a little reach. But like if he did it for Kaepernick, good for you. If you didn't, good for you. I don't care. I don't care either way. All I care about is Eminem had one song. That's all I need. But I will tell you, a live rendition of Lose Yourself is a lot better than the regular Lose Yourself song.
Especially with Anderson .Paak back there going sick.
Anderson .Paak on the drums was a great surprise. I love seeing people I fuck with play the drums. As a drummer, it's wonderful to see because that shit's not easy to do. And he was killing it. Absolutely killing it. So good shit, Anderson .Paak.
Interesting side note, James knows how to play the drums.
Really?
Yeah.
This is a conversation we're going to need to have.
That's okay. I play 5 instruments, man.
Hell yeah! What instruments?
He's musically inclined.
Yes.
Unlike you, Dylan.
Which is
according
to this fucking bum.
Yeah.
That racist.
Which is why when I said this is why when I was having that debate with Anthony, I said you're talking to the music guy, and he's like, "Oh, you're not the music guy," and I was like, "Okay."
Yes, Dylan, did you hear that? I said he wasn't the music guy.
We're not doing this.
We're not doing this right now.
But somehow, if I say it to you, Dylan, it means something else.
But that's not what you said.
Yeah, that's not what you said.
That's not what you said.
Oh, God.
Before I go forward, what music instruments do you play?
What was that?
I play marching band, quads.
Me too.
Baritone horn, bass guitar, piano, and a little bit of electric guitar. A little bit.
Before the house went on fire, I was teaching myself how to play bass.
Slapping the bass.
That shit's something I've always wanted to do because I did forever in marching band and jazz band and playing the drum set and all that shit forever. So hell yeah.
Here we go.
Musicians. Boom. With no musical talent, just his ears. What a loser. What a fucking loser. Loser.
Anyway, God.
I didn't
Mary killed it. Mary killed it. She did a good job in part of the performance.
People are just so soft.
I heard she laid down in the middle of the stage.
She did.
Yeah, she did.
After she sung No More Drama, she gave everything, and she
really gave everything. That was she did it. She killed it.
She killed it. Kendrick came out and did his thing too. Like it was just a solid performance. Like
solid.
One after the other. Like great halftime show.
With Kendrick's performance, did you get I can't wait for him to drop an album, or was like
it was that
performance?
No, it was good.
It was a performance. It was a good performance, but it's also like, fuck, I want a Kendrick album.
Okay.
I mean, he didn't need to perform for us.
He didn't need to, but like it just reminds you that he doesn't have an album out right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, man, I would like some new Kendrick.
It's like, damn, 2017, dog. It's been 5 years.
It's been a while. Like, you're here, you're doing this. Where's my music?
He did what? I think he did Mad City, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Mad City. And I know he did All Right.
Yeah, he did All Right in Mad City. Yeah.
Fantastic.
So solid.
And then...
Surprised he didn't do Humble.
Yeah.
You gotta squeeze in time.
Yeah, I'm saying he didn't have time.
Nah, All Right is one of his biggest records, though. You gotta...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because they still had to get in another Dre song before it ended.
That's that one right there. That's that one right there.
Going into the second half, first play of the second half, was it that T. Higgins tugger?
Egregious non-calls. And I wish we all watched the replay because we're all sitting here. We all know Jalen Ramsey's great. Who's
the only person that caught it? This guy. This guy's the only person that caught it.
Yeah, but the thing is, let's not act like Jalen Ramsey had a good game. Like, dude was
He was
getting
getting
toasted
cooked all
all night.
night. He was getting cooked all
Like,
night.
absolutely cooked.
Towards the end of this too. But
who was he guarding?
he was guarding Jamar Chase for most of the night, and then there's a couple snaps where he was on T. Higgins. And the first play of the second half, T. Higgins catches a 75-yard touchdown pass on one of the most egregious no-call offensive pass interferences I think I've ever seen in my life. Him and Jalen Ramsey are running just step for step, and as the ball is coming in the air, all you see on our TV screen is T. Higgins jump and Ramsey go to the ground. And I said, whoa, he just got like slammed on the ground or something. It's a touchdown. They show a replay again, and Roz and everybody are like, oh, that's not that bad. And I'm sitting there like, oh, like, what do you mean? I was like, you didn't see that? And then they played it again. He grabs his face mask and like snaps his neck to create separation. Like he literally just goes back and is like, what?
Wow.
To get it and like no call. And Jalen Ramsey's sitting there the whole time on the screen just like.
What team is Jalen Ramsey on?
The
Rams.
You could you could see the steam coming out of his helmet. He was so mad because the referee was right there. I don't know how he did not see that. And I said it there. I was like, this might cost the Rams because Jalen's going to lose his mind. He's going to lose. He's going to lose his mind, and he's just going to shut down mentally because at the time. That was a big that might have been the Super Bowl. That was it. They was losing now.
Yeah.
And they came back, and then the very first play by the Rams, Stafford throws an interception. So it's like momentum took his crazy shift.
Mm-hmm.
The receiver that took over for Odell had the ball hit him in the hands, and he popped it up right into the Bengals' hand. Interception. Which would have never happened if that was Odell. But
never, because he would have just came down with it.
Yep.
So in consecutive plays, 75-yard touchdown, interception. Bengals have the ball at like the 35.
Luckily, the Rams defense came to play. Because like this is where I think Aaron Donald deserved to win the Super Bowl MVP. Because literally the whole second half, they were dominant.
Well, Roz called it. Roz called the moment.
Because there was a moment where Joe Burrow is rolling out to his left, and Aaron Donald is chasing him. And Aaron Donald shoves Joe Burrow out of bounds.
Pushed him out of bounds. It
was a hard shove. And then all of a sudden, the whole Bengals offensive line goes over there to like fight Aaron Donald. Because that's what you're supposed to do, defend your quarterback.
And one of them smacked Aaron Donald in the face. Like smacked Aaron Donald in the face.
Let's not act like Aaron Donald has been choking like half the league.
But they deserve it.
Aaron Donald don't play that.
But Aaron Donald's a bad man. So like he's
a bad man.
Let's not forget it's the same dude that walked from the sidelines to go into the field to literally put his hands in someone's face.
Yeah. But literally, it was that moment. And one, I will be. Here's me giving myself a pat on the back again. I said Aaron Donald would have beat up all those offensive linemen by himself at once.
I was looking at some of like they put up some screens of like some of like the situations Aaron Donald's been in this past season. He's had like 4 people at one game try to block him, like literally upwards to 4 or 5 people, just him. Like it's just insane. Like he is. Yeah, he's one of the greatest defenders of all time.
He's one of 2. It's
one of 2.
Him and it's LT.
I can tell you who's not one of the greatest defenders of all time, Mr. Eli Apple.
We'll get there.
We'll get to that.
We'll get there. So it seemed like after the whole Bengals offensive line tried to fight Aaron Donald proceeded to have 26 quarterback pressures and 2 sacks for the rest of the game and completely shut down the Bengals offense. That was hot.
I mean,
I saw a picture that it was a picture of Jamar Chase and he was wide open.
We'll get there.
Yeah.
I have that loaded up. So we get there. Matt Stafford. Let's just skip to the 2 minutes left in the game.
Yeah, because
right?
because
That's kind of what happened.
Back and forth.
Back and forth.
Defensive.
Stafford gets off the field limping after taking a big hit. Joe Burrow, the next possession, gets off the field limping after taking a nasty hit.
Yeah, he got rocked.
He was getting killed. Got sacked 7 times, most times in a Super Bowl. Or tied for the most. Nope, tied for second. I think Staubach got tied 8.
He was 8. I thought it was 7-7.
I think somebody's got 8.
He's been sacked like, what, 70 times this whole year?
Yes.
Yes.
Which I also think Zach Taylor needs to figure out what his fucking life is, because that whole second half he was not doubling Aaron Donald at all, and this is exactly the result you get. It's 2 minutes left. Nobody. The Rams have nobody. They have Cooper Kupp and a bunch of bums, and we're just like, hedge your bets, Cooper Kupp, do whatever you got to do, get open, you're getting the ball, and he got the ball what seems like every single play. And a 78-yard drive.
They had a 15-play drive. He had 7 catches on the drive.
Hey man, that's why you pay Eli, man. That's why you give him the.
Not to mention him getting into the red zone and getting 2 calls.
All hell breaks loose.
No penalties get called all game. Up until we get to the red zone with under 2 minutes left, where Cooper Kupp is getting yanked at the hips by the linebacker Wilson. And then
I still think was the right call.
That was the right call.
I've seen a lot of guys saying that's a bad call, but I'm like,
no, that was the right call. He literally tweaked his head.
You tweaked his hips because if you don't do that, Cooper Kupp gets the catch.
Yeah.
Like Wilson was not jumping in front of that to stop that at all.
Yeah.
And then Eli Apple gets hit on a nasty hold. And then there's a nasty hit on Cooper Kupp on what seems to be a touchdown pass, but penalties on both sides, helmet-to-helmet contact on the Rams, and then a holding on the Bengals. So they get to redo that whole set. So now we're 3 penalties back-to-back-to-back. The ball's on the 1-yard line. Stafford goes for a QB sneak, doesn't get it. And then Cooper Kupp is lined out wide on one-on-one coverage with Eli Apple, and I'm like, he's going to fade out. And he just caught over Eli Apple's head top after Eli Apple's talking all this shit.
Heading into the Super Bowl.
Just to get roasted in that last possession on holding call and defensive pass interference and all this stuff, just to get shit on.
And then, he made it look easy.
Easy. Cooper Kupp just went in there as like Cooper clutch.
Boop, boop, touchdown.
Mm-hmm. No chance.
And
then we're all sitting there waiting like, this is exactly what Joe Burrow's built for. This moment right here.
I called it. I said the Rams are going to score and Burrow is going to have the ball with a chance to win the Super Bowl. And Lord, if he would have did it, this would have been a whole.
We get to a 3rd and 1. We get to a 3rd and 1, and with Samaje Perine, he runs a draw. With a minute and I think 25 seconds left, he runs a run play right up the middle to Aaron Donald, who with one hand drags Perine down short. So now it's 4th and 1.
Which, by the way, as bad of a play call as that was, we do have to give Aaron Donald, because it almost worked. Aaron Donald made a hell of a play. He literally stopped that man's momentum with one arm and pulled him back. So, as much as it's still a stupid play call, it almost worked.
And then Aaron Donald had to make a great play. Last play of the game, Aaron Donald's one-on-one with Quentin Spain, turnstile, like you're going to the subway, New York City, just turnstile right through, gets the hit on Joe Burrow, who Perine, again, should have probably dove to catch this because he could have caught the ball. But if you double Aaron Donald on that play, you have this. Jamar Chase drops Jalen Ramsey 15, 20 yards away from the line of scrimmage. And that's your game. And then you have Joe Burrow as this mythical figure who just like it's Hercules, it's Zeus, it's Joe Burrow.
That picture.
I saw this picture. What was this play? Did he get sacked or something?
He got Aaron Donald ran through the guard and just wrapped Joe Burrow by the hips, and Joe Burrow had to just toss it to the running back who could have possibly made a play on this because it seemed like the ball was thrown at his feet, and if he would have dove for it, he could have made a play on it.
Yeah,
But
and
it's if he had if you double team Aaron Donald on this play, you have that wide open, and
Just
that's the game.
One or two more seconds.
And that's the
2
game.
more seconds.
I've seen some morons online though talking about, oh well, if they had drafted, hey, this wouldn't have happened. I'm like, okay, that means Chase wouldn't have been there. Like,
and let's not talk about Jamar Chase already, like in that second half, cooking Ramsey on like a 2-yard curl, and that he took for like 15.
Yeah, I don't know what Ramsey. I mean, he bit hard on thinking it was a stop and go. I don't know what he actually not a stop and go, a curl.
I don't.
He must have thought it was a curl route.
He played it terribly. He played it undercut, but Joe Burrow put it outside.
He undercut it, but exactly like he undercut it, but he undercutted it to the wrong side. I mean, they're lucky that Jamar Chase didn't score on that. If they're not double teaming Jamar Chase on that play, that's a touchdown because he's gone.
Yeah, completely gone.
So
and then we start. Not only are we looking at the Super Bowl a little bit different, you're looking at Joe Burrow as like, all right, we have to really consider him like a top 5 quarterback now.
Wow.
You really do. Period. Like it's Mahomes, it's Allen, and then where does Burrow lie?
And then maybe it's Burrow because, I mean, we'd have to.
Is he better than Is he better than Rodgers? You said Mahomes and Allen.
If he had won that game,
we don't know what Rodgers is right now. We don't know if Rodgers is playing.
I know
he's
not.
So
he might
until
not
I know what
player.
Rodgers is doing.
Well, yeah, he has not retired. He is still an NFL player right now.
He hasn't retired yet.
Yeah, so he's still in the NFL. So he's still got to be on that list until he hangs it up.
Put him on that list.
Well,
and where's Burrow? Because Burrow can still be 4. Burrow can still be 5. But you have to really consider putting him there.
For me right now.
What about Russell Wilson?
Bye.
Where does he stand?
Not there.
Oh, you said bye. I thought you said 5.
Yeah, he's not there. He's not there.
Oh, he's not there.
Lamar Jackson.
Lamar, to me,
Lamar.
What are you talking about? Are you talking about?
No.
What are you talking about in general, like over their whole career? You're just talking about this?
No, right now.
Right
now.
If you have to pick 5 quarterbacks,
right now,
Joe Burrow's got to be there.
To me, right now, Aaron Rodgers is, since Brady is retired, Aaron Rodgers is the best quarterback in the league. Josh Allen is right there. Patrick Mahomes is right there. Those are the 3 now. So it's them 3. And then, I mean, Justin Herbert looked amazing.
Yes, Justin Herbert's got to be in that top 5.
But
Justin Herbert's got to be.
Herbert has the
and
brain
Russell
that Burrow
Wilson.
does.
Herbert does, man. Look, this coming from a Raiders fan.
Talented as hell.
He's talented as
I think he has
freak,
better
dude.
stealing than Burrow does because his arm is fucking crazy. But Joe Burrow mentally, I think, is like right now worlds better than Herbert.
Don't sleep on Herbert's clutch gene, man. Like
Don't sleep on Burrow's clutch gene because
I know that. But we also got to factor in head-to-head matchup. And when they took against each other, the Chargers came in and blasted that ass. All right, so let's not act like head-to-head Herbert top Burrow. You know?
Okay, great, but they're the ones. But I think Burrow's winning mentality is I think that there's only one other person I think I've ever seen this in a quarterback, and I hate this fucking guy with all my guts, with everything I have. But like, his mental is literally Tom Brady. He's on another level mentally.
That was going to be my point. I think we're seeing Brady and Peyton Manning 2.0 with them 2.
Like Joe Burrow in like 2 seasons
so what's Mahomes then?
I don't know. I don't know what Mahomes
is closest to Rodgers. Mahomes and Rodgers and Allen are more Aaron Rodgers than Brady and Manning. Joe Burrow, I think in 2 years is going to be sitting there playing quarterback at such an elite level that it's going to be like Manning and Brady all over again.
I will also say this, though, to defend Justin Herbert. He doesn't have Jamar Chase. And Joe Burrow does.
But he also does have a great wide receiving group.
No, he does have a great wide receiver core, though. He still has Mike Williams.
Joe Burrow has the better receiver of the 2. Or he has the generational talent in Jamar Chase.
He has better receivers.
But it's also kind of not fair that Joe Burrow came into this year with a wide receiver he already had chemistry with. And that's something you can't. That's why you go and get these guys.
Mm-hmm.
But like Burrow, to me, he's only going to get significantly better, and he has the mentality you can't teach, and that's the scariest thing.
Because my thing is, you look at the Bengals. Yeah, they didn't have a top-notch defense, but their defense came through when it mattered the most. Again, the Chiefs game. You know, Herbert's defense failed him. Herbert's defense failed him when it again against us.
But
yes.
there's more talent on that Chargers defense than there is on this Bengals defense.
Is that saying a lot? I want the point. How many points per game how many points per game was LA giving up this year, man?
Doesn't sound like a me problem. I'm just saying there's more top end talent on that Chargers defense there is on this Bengals defense.
That Bengals defense came into play on Sunday, though.
The Bengals defense played above their ceiling this whole postseason.
Now, granted, the Rams started falling apart like tissue paper, but that doesn't stop the fact that that D-line came to play. That had no effect on the fact that their defensive line was pressuring Stafford and getting to that offensive line, which is a strength of the Rams. So I give the Bengals defense credit.
That's why it's like the defense took over. And that's why it's like I would have loved to have seen Aaron Donald get it. But he may not have had like the crazy sack numbers that Von Miller had against the Panthers where he won Super Bowl MVP. But he made the game easier for Von Miller to get his sacks, for Floyd to get his sacks, for everybody to be able to get pressure and get the coverage that you need to make sure Burrow can't kill you.
And he was everywhere. It seemed like every time I hiked the ball, he was in the back.
99 was there.
He was there every time.
And now we're sitting there with Aaron Donald just is like 30, 31 and is about to retire.
And talking about retirement.
He better not retire.
But why not?
I understand what he said, where I don't have nothing enough to prove. I got the ring. I mean, that's true, but
he got this done in 9 seasons, where he's a 7-time All-Pro. He's the All-Decade team. He's 3-time Defensive Player of the Year, Super Bowl champion. Like, there's only one other person you could say is better than him. That's Lawrence Taylor. And now it's like, there's literally nothing else for him to do. This is the smartest thing for football players, man. It's the smartest thing because at the end of the day, as fans,
but not
you don't
us,
want to be
though.
robbed of seeing greatness, but you also want the great players to go out sane. We don't want to see what happens, like rest in peace, Junior Seau, Vincent Jackson, like all these guys who end up going out with CTE that ends up killing them because you're taking so much contact. You end up having so much like pain medication and you're drinking. You have all these problems. Like you can't walk, you can't do this. And the NFL doesn't take care of players when they retire. So like, why do you want to sit there and do this? This is why guys like, what's his name from San Francisco? Middle linebacker for San Francisco. What the hell is his name? Patrick Willis.
Yeah, Patrick Willis.
Luke Kuechly.
Andrew
all
Luck.
These guys, Andrew Luck, all retired before they hit 30. Andrew Luck was getting killed on a daily basis. And
he was getting obliterated. Like
he was Joe Burrow.
Yeah, but the defensive guys literally are sitting there banging their heads together every single snap. And you can only do that for so long. And Aaron Donald's got 3 beautiful kids. We got to see them after. 2 of them look like it, just like him.
Yeah, just like him.
Just like him. So like, get out of the game while you can walk out on your own.
Yeah.
You don't got to be carried out, and you don't got to suck. You go out on top. You go out the best in the world, and that's all you'll ever be remembered as. Like even with Peyton going out on top, we all remember Peyton playing fucking terrible. Because his neck, his shoulder, and his arm were shot. And we just saw Brady go out on his back. Like, still played great, but, like, you're 45 and you're taking these hits. You can't do that.
Can't do that, man.
Can't do that. Father Time doesn't lose.
Ever.
And you've been able to avoid getting hit for a couple of years. And here we are. You took it. It's like, I got to go. I'd rather the guys go out while they can on their own and make their own decision as opposed to being forced out.
Father Time always doesn't always come during the career. It comes after sometimes. You know,
it does.
That's what I fear for Brady.
That's why it's great for Aaron Donald to be sitting here thinking life after football at 30, while he's still relatively young. It sucks for us, but like, good for him. That's all I want, especially as a father. Do that shit. Be with your kids.
That's it. That's it. Play that gif of Anthony eating the chicken.
This is Anthony. I think Anthony ate maybe 6 pieces of chicken while he was at my house,
It was
and then
5.5.
took home another like 3.
I had 5.5 of chicken.
Anthony's the only person that took a to-go plate.
I know.
Oh, really?
I felt like he took everything. I was like, I don't want to be rude.
You know how many pieces of chicken that I had left? 2.
Exactly. See,
I was expecting all y'all to just take it. Like, I didn't expect there to be like the way y'all were talking about that chicken. I made 2 large packs of chicken thighs.
I'm mad. Raz.
God, I think it was close to like 14 or so, maybe more pieces of chicken that I made. Like thighs, thinking like everybody gets 2, and Anthony's just like, I'm just gonna eat all of them.
I'm just gonna eat everything.
Hey. Blame Janice. She was like, yo, take everything, all right? Take as much as you can.
Oh, yeah. We didn't want to clean.
Exactly. So thank me, all right? Give me my flowers, all right? Give me my flowers.
You should have took the rest of them.
Okay, yeah.
After Dylan
Instead,
after Dylan got his complimented by
chicken, frozen chicken.
Hey, Jay,
why don't your ass eat that shit one night too? When you forget to buy groceries and you hungry one night, you go eat
I almost
that.
made them tonight.
Yeah.
I should have prepared them and eaten them during the pod.
Exactly. All right.
Like Anthony's chicken wings.
Like, damn, ain't nothing in the fridge. Ain't nobody cooked nothing. Yeah, you know you putting that shit in the air fryer.
This was
hilarious.
This is Dylan's face after he got all the compliments about his chicken.
Yeah. Bro. And the thing is, Janice is sitting here and she's just like, man, all these people are gassing you up. I eat this shit every day. I was like, so you're desensitized to it? I was like, this is regular degular day? On the regular degular, I'm eating this chicken and they don't. I was like, then you're special. Like, what the fuck? Make me feel nice. Talk to me nice.
Yo, I destroyed those beans too. I forgot to tell you. Like, those beans were on point.
Yeah, the rice and beans was really good too.
Anthony kept on telling me to just reserve the bathroom for him because he was going to just shit all over the place. I was like, you're cleaning up. He must have said that like 4 times to me. He's sitting there plating himself food. He's like, and I think Roz's fiance is like behind him. He's like, yo, reserve the bathroom for me, bro. And I'm like, you're cleaning whatever mess you make.
Wow. Didn't know that part about the party. And didn't need to know.
Just you gotta prepare for everything, man. You gotta prepare for everything. Thankfully, it didn't happen. You know, Dylan's bathroom is still alive as we speak, but you know, you always gotta prepare.
The biggest man in the room was threatening to destroy my bathroom. It wasn't great. Don't know how to explain that to my landlord. When we move out, when the house is done being reconstructed, yeah, the fucking large gentleman shit all over the place. We can't clean it.
Oh no, I'm weak. Oh man. Oh.
But
well, I mean,
with that being said, I think
I would say, do we want to wrap up anything about Odell? I'm hoping it is confirmed he did tear his ACL.
He tore his ACL. Hopefully the Rams pay him to bring him back and just have himself a season rehab with the team. But he was balling. Good for him for getting his Super Bowl ring. He deserves it. I hope he's okay.
I hope he's okay. We will end our NFL wrap ups with this.
Dylan, do it. And now that NFL talk is over,
it's over.
We go to the NBA for the rest of forever because pitchers and catchers were supposed to report today, and they're still being locked out.
Yeah, and that did not happen.
And to celebrate the NBA taking over the podcast and Valentine's Day, you've been on my mind, Sean Marks. Thank you very, very much. You New Zealand, fuck you. I appreciate you. Happy Valentine's Day to all. NBA trade deadline was a wonderful day
So
for
wishy
me.
washy. Just hated him a few days ago.
I've been consistent though on my hate. In March,
I've been consistent on my hate.
I've been consistent with my hate of James Harden all season.
Nah, he
All
has.
season.
He's been destroying them all season. Yo,
all season. And I've been eating shit on him when he was doing good. When you were in that Lakers Clippers.
Now you were shitting on him.
I was like, yeah, man, he owns the crypto.com arena, but when can I get this James Harden all the time? And now I don't got to worry about it. This fucking loser. This fucking fuck right here. This fucking loser is gone. Not my problem. Fuck this bum. This fucking liar. Then you have this. Philly was my fucking first choice. Yeah? Yeah? Philly was your first choice? Oh, you forgot to fucking fill out your papers. Oh, shit. Now you're going to have to... you can't opt in. Now you're going to be a fucking free agent? Yeah? This is fucking liar. You see this? Get me to Brooklyn. Oh, yeah, Philly was my first choice. Get me to Brooklyn. Get the fuck out of here, you fucking bum. Fucking bum. Loser.
Tell us how you really feel about the trade, Dylan.
Fucking bum-ass loser. Get this guy out of here. Out of here.
Well, Dylan, mark your calendar for March 10th.
March 10th. I'll
wait.
take it.
You can't wait. TNT, 7:30.
Good.
Nets at the Sixers.
Wait, man, y'all gotta face us Wednesday, man.
Oh, yeah, we're losing. So you can go ahead and get your stuff out. Unless you guys end up like doing the Nick thing and like you did to the Thunder last night.
Listen, we lost to the fucking Portland Trailblazers and the Thunder. There's no guaranteed Knicks win, man.
There's no guaranteed Knicks win, but I think you guys win that game, especially because like Kyrie can't play. But if Seth Curry comes out and plays the way Seth Curry played yesterday, good luck.
Again, who's on the
fantastic. Thunder? Josh Giddey, another Australian. Meanwhile, the Nets have nothing but Duke players and Australian players on their team at this point.
Josh Giddey is nice, man.
Josh Giddey is nice. Put some respect on Josh Giddey.
Does he do the Giddey dance?
I don't know.
We haven't been able to cover a ton of it because the trade deadline was so like in the middle, in between pods. So I have all the trades that went down here, starting with the Knicks trade for Cam Reddish because we never got a chance to talk about that. And now that
we're seeing the fruits of that.
And now that I have my three Nick brothers here,
are we seeing the fruits of that?
The hive mind.
I never said it was good fruit. We're just seeing fruit.
What do y'all think about the Cam Reddish trade?
I still love it.
Play the kid, man. Play him.
What do you got?
Tibbs didn't want him. I mean, at the end of the day, he didn't want him. That's not who he wanted. So he's just not going to play him. That's just how Tibbs is.
So what?
He plays the guy. He plays the guy.
At the end of the day, he's got to do his job, and he's gonna be to his own detriment of why he gets fired because he cannot get out of his own way.
Fire Tibbs. I told the guys this on Sunday when they were here, and I was talking to Mike about it before you guys got here. Cam Reddish is already could be the second best player on this team. Just offensively, I think he's a little better than RJ offensively, but I think defensively, he's above RJ. So it's you could get this two-way player that has this, you could call me crazy for thinking this, but this Paul George type ceiling where he could end up producing once he gets comfortable in a system and an offense and end up taking that number one spot from Randall and making it okay to move on from him. Because that contract sucks. And he could be the future of the team if Tibbs plays him, but Tibbs is going to end up fucking himself over out of a job because he's playing all these guys who don't have the ceiling or talent that he does.
Hey man, I mean, what are you going to lose at this point in time? I mean, see what happens. See what happens.
The only thing I could see is he doesn't really give him a shot. And then he pulls the leash on him early, and then you ruin his confidence. If that happens, if you're Worldwide West and all those guys who are running the Knicks organization, you actually have to think like, hey, we just sent a first rounder for this kid, and you're not playing him.
But in all seriousness, like I am like legitimately frustrated with the Knicks. Like you look at our last couple of games, even the West Coast trip, we should have beaten the Lakers, definitely should have beaten the Trailblazers, and then we lose to the Thunder. Okay, let's say we win. Let's say we beat y'all. Let's say we beat the Nets tomorrow. Okay, we got Miami and Philly next, and then after that, 7-game road trip, 7 freaking games on the road. Apparently, the West Coast ain't done with us. At Phoenix, at Dallas, at Memphis, like Jesus, man.
That Dallas team, we'll get to their trades, but like that Dallas team, that Dallas game is gonna be rough on the perimeter front with them getting their guys there.
We're already 8 games under 500? Is it 8 or 9 now? Which one is it? It's 8. I mean, at this point, I don't know.
Well, what's frustrating for me is like I told you, Anthony, that trip. It's frustrating because they had a double-digit lead in every single game of that trip.
Every single game had a double-digit lead, man.
And they had a double-digit lead against the Thunder last night also.
Yes, too, man.
That's what's frustrating is because you see it in spurts, and then what happens is I've come to the I don't think I've seen a Knicks offense this bad since maybe the early 2000s. Like their offense is so putrid to watch. It's unbelievable to me how bad they are offensively.
That's generous.
Shut up,
you give yourself 20 years.
Shut the hell up.
That's generous there. But I get what you're saying.
That's how bad this offense is. It's just tough to watch. And as I heard the great Monica McNutt say on the post-game show, in the last 7 games, the Knicks are a minus 50 in the fourth quarter.
Oh.
Minus 50 in the fourth quarter in the last 7 games. That is, you're never going to win. You're never going to win. They're a 3-quarter team. Apparently that's what it is.
But at least Julius Randle scoring like 28 points a game.
And that's the only 28 actually. And that's the
I said 20.
Did you say 20 or 20?
I said 28.
Oh, my bad. And that's the only thing that puts a smile on my face about this time period right now. It's like Julius Randle's back.
But you aren't winning.
Yeah, but Bear's injured too. So you also got to think we don't have RJ. We don't have
Then play Cam Reddish.
Why are you screaming at me for? I ain't Tom Thibodeau, man. Go talk to his ass.
Play Cam Reddish. Like, that's so frustrating.
No, but and Mitchell Robinson has been productive too. I like what I've been seeing from him as well. You know,
it's very Nick-like for the Knicks to have all this potential in different areas, but not able to put it together. This is what you are used to as a Knicks fan. You see it all the time. You know, so it is what it is at this point in time. I don't even find myself getting mad at these type of games anymore. I just know what's to come. But I am upset when you don't play your players, especially if the organization is putting stock into these moves that they make. You know, they didn't send over the first round pick and whatever they did to get Cam Reddish for him to sit on a bench. They didn't do that. So
they sent Kevin Knox and a protected first round pick for Cam Reddish, Solomon Hill, and a second round pick.
Yeah.
Like, you gave away first round pick.
So they gave away first round
for this kid.
Because Kevin Knox is absolutely nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah, I mean, no one cares.
Absolutely nothing. He can't even play on Atlanta. He can't even play. He hasn't sniffed the floor with Atlanta. He's just god awful. He just can't play. I'm sorry, he can't play.
I don't think it's his skill or his talent or anything like that. He just can't see the floor. That's all it is. He can't see the floor. Yeah.
No, Kevin Knox stinks. Kevin Knox stinks.
No, that motherfucker stink. I mean, that dude stinks, so he's bad.
No, that motherfucker stink.
James, he stinks, James. He stinks.
How would you guys know? When the last time have you seen him play besides garbage minutes?
And we
That's why
he say garbage.
Exactly. He stinks.
That's not necessarily true.
Stinks
Not necessarily true.
He stinks, James. He stinks.
Were you the guy pounding on the table for Kevin Knox?
No. What I'm just saying in general, you don't know how a player can race to the occasion if he doesn't have those moments. He's only playing garbage minutes, and it is what it is with those moments. So you're just like, oh, he's playing garbage time. He stinks, whatever. You don't see a player's potential. So I really would like for him to go to the G League and see what happens with that. But
That's what
I saw him stink in the summer league. If you stink in the summer league, that's a problem.
Yeah, he was pretty bad in the summer league.
I've seen him stink in the summer league.
I don't think that's
I remember I've seen what's the short guy? He used to play for the Pistons. He was like a journeyman. Can't shoot, but he's fast. Little point guard.
Rodney Stuckey?
No.
Ish Smith?
Ish Smith. I've seen him be a superstar in the summer league, and he is not the greatest player.
No, but he always somehow ends up with a job somewhere getting playing time.
But he's a journeyman.
Well, he just plays on the Wizards a lot. Which he's also, I think, on this list of him going back to Washington again, which is hilarious in his fifth stint. Next trade, January 19th, 3-team trade. Nuggets get Bryn Forbes, Celtics get Bol, PJ Dozier, and the Spurs get Juancho Hernan Gomez, a future second, and cash. Next. The Nuggets won this trade.
Oh, we're announcing the winners.
Yeah.
Next.
Nuggets win that trade. Clippers get Norman Powell, Robert Covington. Blazers get Eric Bledsoe, Justice Winslow, and Keon Johnson, as well as a 2025 second-round pick.
Who I'm interested to see who you guys say win this trade, because now Norman Powell is out with an injured foot.
It's tough. If before the broken foot, I'd say the Clippers won.
You can't say that. They didn't know he was going to get hurt 2 seconds after getting on the team.
The Blazers get defense, which they sucked on all season. They get a ton of defense here to help with rotations, but Dame's not playing for the rest of the year, so none of these guys are going to be on the roster next year. So they freed up a ton of cap space.
I don't know, man. Norman Powell is very wishy-washy, and I know this from experience from watching him play and having him on my fantasy team. He's very inconsistent. He'll have a 28-point game, and then he'll have a 4-point game.
Oh, James Harden.
Yeah, no, worse.
Oh my God,
worse. You can't compare that.
Don't worry. We'll get to my last memory of James Harden when we get to that trade.
He'll have a 20-point game, and then he'll have a 6-point game, and then he'll have a 5-point game, and then he'll have a 15-point game. Like it's like you talk about how Jaylen Brown can be inconsistent, but bro, it's bad with Norman Powell.
I'm glad you brought up Jaylen.
Yeah, and I told you guys before who Norman Powell said his favorite player is and who he molds his game after. Russell Westbrook.
Except he's a better shooter than Russell Westbrook. All right. Cavs acquire Karis LeVert from the Pacers for Ricky Rubio. Karis LeVert and a 2022 second-round pick from Miami to Cavaliers. Pacers get Rubio, who's injured, and 2022 first-round pick, lottery protected, 2022 second-round pick, and another 2022 second-round pick, Houston via Houston and via Utah.
Where did Rubio go?
Indiana. But he's out for the season.
Yeah.
Out for the season, and I think he's an expiring contract as well.
Does he have a torn ACL?
Yes.
Damn, again? Oof, how many torn ACLs has he had?
All of them. But good for Cleveland. I love seeing Karis LeVert and Jared Allen together.
He right on cue had a good game. His first game out, what he had, 28, 30, something like
LeVert's the man. LeVert is the man. I hope he stays healthy because he's another one of those players where it's like if he could stay healthy, he's instant offense. Because
he's a firecracker, man. He's a flash in the bottle. He gets off quick.
Mm-hmm. He loves to put up shots.
Yeah.
So it's like, and he'll give you some.
That's why him and Kevin Durant, they like each other because of that. They used to go at it in the bubble. But he's a dog, man.
It was fun seeing them play together for a bit, but Karis LeVert with us, it just didn't seem like a good fit going forward. That's why it's like that trade had to happen because it's like, yeah, he could have been a 6th man of the year guy, but there was nobody else really in that second unit that could have helped to help get him there.
He reminds me of a Will Barton.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I can see that. All right. For the first big trade before the trade deadline, Trailblazers send McCollum to the Pelicans. Pelicans get C.J. McCollum, Larry Nance Jr., and Tony Snell. Blazers get Josh Hart, Nikhil Alexander-Walker, Thomas Satoransky, and Didi Luzada, and 3 draft picks.
That's a wash for me.
McCollum's been playing really well since he got to the Pelicans.
This is the ploy to keep Zion happy. Get him guys who get buckets so they can make a run when Zion decides to not be 330 pounds and play basketball.
Hey.
That'll be good to see.
No fat shaming, man. You saw what they did at 50, man. No fat shaming.
50 was fine. The internet's dumb, but Zion's fat.
He's a big boy.
You seen that Mountain Dew commercial with him and Zach LaVine? He looks like he ate Zach LaVine. He needs to put the Mountain Dew down.
Wait, speaking of Zach for a second, what's going on with his knee? Like, is this serious?
He's back.
No,
but they say he's getting. No, they said he's getting his knee like a special. He's getting like a
He went to LA to go see a specialist.
Yeah, specialist.
Discomfort in his knee again.
And it's the one he got the ACL surgery on, right?
Yep, same knee.
Ooh, well, good thing DeMar DeRozan's playing out of his mind.
Sure, out of his mind.
Out of his freaking mind.
that Pelicans one for me is a wash. Also, I think that's one of the rare ones where both teams actually win.
Yeah, that's a wash.
I like putting just guys who get buckets around Zion so he can just really like try to focus on being Charles Barkley and just grab rebounds and take some shots. Like, I think that could be a legit thing and keep his field goal percentage at like 65, which is ridiculous.
Well, but I like it because C.J. McCollum's going to take some pressure off of Brandon Ingram. I don't know if you're looking at the standings, but the Pelicans are in the play-in game right now. So they're looking like, hey,
that's apparently Zion's been ramping up his stuff and supposedly in really good physical shape from the last time we've really seen him. So hopefully he gets himself in good enough shape to help them make a run.
I'm leaning Pelicans, but I'm going to give it a push because Portland is going to benefit from that trade too, and they got some picks. So Portland will
getting Josh Hart back is going to be huge defensively because you get a 3-and-D guy. Especially when we don't really know what this whole Trailblazers team is just gearing up for next season to get rid of it because they cleared up, I think, like $60 million cap space in trades. So, like, that's a lot of money to be freeing around just this year, and trying to make a deal to get another star in with Dame is going to be priority. Who will play well and mesh because they're all in on Dame. Dame's going nowhere, but Chauncey and their new GM and all those guys are going to be working with Dame and see what he wants. So hopefully he gets something good. Next trade is the trade I was actually really upset about because I think the Kings are stupid. The Pacers get Tyrese Halliburton, Buddy Hield, and Tristan Thompson, and the Kings get Domantas Sabonis, Justin Holiday, and Jeremy Lamb. They got rid of their best fucking player in Tyrese Halliburton.
He's in Indiana?
Yeah, and he's playing well in Indiana.
And then they're going to get back on Rubio.
No, he's out.
He's out for the year.
No, I'm talking about next season. They're going to get him back.
And where's Brogdon? Is Brogdon playing or is he hurt too?
He's hurt. He's out.
He's out?
Yeah, he's out.
So
but he's not out for the year, but when they all get back, man.
They're going to have a backcourt of Brogdon, Halliburton, Buddy, and Rubio? That's ridiculous. That's a really good backcourt. That's like a solid backcourt. And Halliburton can go get you a bucket whenever he wants. Apparently, like, he's like super efficient on catch and shoot threes and like pull up threes too, like 40-something%, like top 5 in the NBA. And the Kings got rid of him for Sabonis.
That's the Sacramento way.
As crazy as it sounds, Indiana probably got the better of this trade. But when you get into the other deal that Sacramento made, I like what Sacramento did. I thought Sacramento, as crazy as it sounds, got a little bit better. They're a more balanced team.
What did they get?
Indiana won this trade, but I think as a whole, Sacramento actually did benefit themselves.
Who did Sacramento get again?
We'll get there.
Well, in this trade, they got Sabonis and Holiday. Holiday.
Sabonis, Justin Holiday, and Jeremy Lamb.
Not Aaron, Justin. Yeah, and they got Jeremy Lamb too.
But they got rid of their best player to do it. I'm going to skip this Thunder trade for Akpala.
No one cares.
It doesn't matter. And we got a familiar face here. Nikhil Alexander-Walker's on the move again after already being traded once. Fun fact, he found out he was being traded when he got to Portland or to the facility. And then he found out he got traded again from Portland when he landed in Portland in the airport. So he had to get on another plane to get to Utah. The business of this game is crazy.
That's so fun. That's so
So
wrong.
the Jazz get Nikhil Alexander-Walker and Juancho Hernangomez, who also was traded. This is the second time he was traded. Blazers get Joe Ingles and Elijah Hughes, and the Spurs get Thomas Satoransky.
That's another effed up trade, man. Joe Ingles, he's a Utah lifer, and they traded him so as he got injured.
It's so stupid.
That's so messed up what they did to him, man. He deserves better than that.
He does deserve better than that, but he was not playing good this year. He's on my fantasy.
He wasn't as good.
He the rest of the Australian team.
He wasn't as good as last year. He did dip a little bit, but he was still giving them 14 off the bench. I mean, he wasn't.
Regardless of if he was playing well or not,
they need him to get 20.
Regardless of if he's getting 20 or not, anyway, the Utah Jazz are going to be that team. They're going to be that position. What's that? Slot 5, 6. They're going to be that, and they're going to be a first round out like every other year. They need.
Oh man, it's almost like I spent all that time shitting on the Jazz for everybody to be right here with me.
Well, but the thing is, it's like, okay, this is not the NFL. I mean, you're absolutely right. I mean, NFL, yeah, you just need to get into the playoffs. You have a chance. NBA ain't like that. We're talking about this whole play-in tournament. In the West, you don't want to be no game 7 or 8 seed. You think you have a chance beating Phoenix? Hell no. Warriors? Hell no. And Memphis is looking awfully close to being a hell no, too. I mean, let's just keep it above. You don't want to be 6 through 8 in the West.
Memphis is a team nobody wants to play.
Nobody wants to play the
Memphis is that team, Matt, nobody wants to play.
You know, you say that, but I don't think the veteran teams in the West are afraid of them. Like, I don't think.
Well, it depends on matchup.
I don't think
Dallas doesn't want to play them. Dallas.
I don't know. I don't know if Dallas is afraid of them.
Dallas don't want to play them.
I still see Dallas as a first round exit.
Phoenix and they just lost KP to Washington.
Phoenix.
No matter what you want to say about KP and that team, he's definitely he's a presence on the court.
When he's on the court, though.
Yeah.
Dallas actually was a bad example anyway because Tim Hardaway is injured now, so Dallas is going to
Dallas don't want to see
Dallas is going to slip. But I'm saying, like, you think? I mean, maybe. I don't think. Let me put it to you this way: even though they ran the Lakers off the court, I don't think the Lakers are afraid of Memphis. Because
when you have LeBron James,
I would say I still don't know who on Memphis is going to stop LeBron James.
Wait, are the Lakers even in the play-in position right now? Oh, they are. Okay,
they're in the play-in.
All right, I'm going to skip this Magic and Celtics trade because they got Bol Dozier and traded him for a second-round pick.
Yeah, no.
Raptors trade Dragic to the Spurs for Thaddeus Young and Drew Eubanks, and Dragic was bought out.
Yeah, he's a free agent right now.
And Dragic is looking to be signing with
Miami.
Either Miami, Brooklyn, and like 2 other teams.
If he goes back to Miami, that's just not fair.
He's probably going to go back to Miami.
The Suns get Aaron Holiday from the Wizards for cash.
Yeah, I got him and Justin confused, but yeah.
Suns get Torrey Craig in cash for Jalen Smith and a 2022 draft pick for the Pacers.
Torrey Craig, man. He's starting to turn into a journeyman early into his career, too. What is this, his 14?
This is like Jeff Green, when Jeff Green was on like 5 different teams in like 6 years.
What are you saying, Mike?
There's no turning into him. He's a journeyman.
But he's like a premier defensive. Well, they make him try to be. They want to make him that, but
wasn't Torrey Craig on the Suns team last year?
Yep.
All right, bring him back. They need him. Get him a playoff run. This is where the Hornets start to dismantle everything. When the Wizards start to dismantle everything, Hornets get Montrezl Harrell for Vernon Casey Jr. and Ish Smith, and a 2023 second-round pick. I think Montrez will like playing with LaMelo.
I think so too. When I saw that trade, I said, you know what? Montrez is going to be a good fit for that team because he likes to run up and down the court, and that's what they love to do. And he will give them hustle and rebounds, and he can be the garbage man. He can go out there and he'll yell and scream, and he'll be the tough guy. and protect LaMelo. So I think that actually was a very good fit. To me, that trade for Charlotte told me they're going to be in the playoffs. That's
Yeah.
what that trade meant to me. They may not make no noise, but that trade to me, they're in the playoffs now.
You don't think they would make any noise in the playoffs, Charlotte?
I think Charlotte would probably fell to the play-in game, and then who knows from there.
I think they could take a team to at least 6 or 7 games.
What?
Who Charlotte taking 6 or 7?
Well, what seed are they in right now? I'm not saying every team.
Charlotte right now is 9.
They're
That's
9.
That's what I mean. Say hello, Miami. They taking
So right
Miami
now-
6 or 7?
No,
Right
not
now,
Miami. Not Miami.
If they're in the play-in now, they have to play Brooklyn.
Well, no, they're 9. So Brooklyn would play the 7th seed. Let's assume Brooklyn wins that.
We'd be playing Toronto.
Oh, you
instead.
guys are playing. Wait,
Who's the 8? Who's the 8th seed?
Brooklyn,
Who's the 7th seed?
Toronto.
Oh, okay, so Charlotte versus Toronto. See,
Yeah,
I don't
so-
know.
I think
don't
Toronto
know.
wins that.
Yeah, I
Toronto-
don't know.
I think
I don't
Toronto
know.
wins that because
I don't
Toronto is playing that future, like that 5 years into the future lineup of nothing but 6'10" guys who are playing defense and who can shoot threes. So
And if you can slow,
I think it
down,
boils down to home court advantage in that series. Honestly,
Charlotte will play very well at home in the playoffs.
yeah, they would play very well. They have a
but
good
if,
home
let's say
crowd.
Charlotte gets that into either a 7 or the 8. They're not beating Miami in a 7-game series.
They're not
I don't
beating
think.
Miami.
I don't even
No,
think
no.
they win 2 games in a 7-game
I would
series.
say
in
that's-
Miami.
I give them one in Charlotte. I give them one in Charlotte.
I give them
and
a
then
gentleman's sweep.
and then Chicago would be the 2 seed.
Chicago, it's up in the air.
Chicago would be the team they could upset, maybe.
Maybe if Zach Levine's
Maybe.
not playing.
If Levine's not playing, that could be an upset, or at least 6-7 games right there.
That one could go 6 or 7. That one I'll give you, Anthony. Maybe. Because, I mean, regardless, the way DeMar DeRozan's playing right now, it looks like it doesn't really fucking matter. Because I just saw them blow Charlotte the hell out. So
Yeah.
Yeah, they did. They did. But we're talking a 7-game series. Like, I'll give Charlotte a game 3, game 4, one of those games. You know, like at least one. You know,
but can they win one in Chicago?
no,
That's a tough place to play. Especially
no.
Very
They,
tough place to play.
that's a very
Especially
they-
the playoff atmosphere in
Yeah.
Chicago.
yeah. What's the thing? Miami. I give them 1. Chicago, if Levine's not playing, I give them 2 to 3. Milwaukee will blow them out the roof. Absolutely no chance.
Milwaukee
Yeah.
sweeps them.
Milwaukee
sweeps.
Milwaukee sweeps them.
Milwaukee sweeps
Cleveland
them.
currently is 3.
Cleveland
they
wouldn't
might
sweep
beat
them.
They might beat Cleveland.
I wouldn't. No, they would lose to Cleveland. But if that could be a 7-game series. That could definitely be a 7.
That could be a 7-game series, but I think Cleveland's size wins them that.
Yeah.
Let's keep this clip right here because you guys are gonna laugh, but I'm still not sold on Cleveland. I don't
think
believe
Cleveland will be this 3 seed,
I don't.
but
believe-
Cleveland is one of those teams that it's like in Memphis. Cleveland's is a bad matchup for a lot of these teams.
They were a bad matchup for Brooklyn. I don't think they're a bad matchup for Brooklyn anymore.
No, but I
don't
think
now with Ben Simmons lurking, nope. See you later.
I think
But
Cleveland
that's a
Cleveland
tough.
against Chicago I think would be a problem.
Yeah, I listen. I don't believe in them.
Cleveland against Boston would be a problem.
I think Boston beats.
Oh yeah, we're forgetting about Boston.
Boston's
They've
playing
been
hot
playing.
right now, but I
They've
don't
been
know.
playing. They
I
blew who they just blow the doors off.
Sixers.
Yeah, the Sixers. Wait, but Harden wasn't playing, Dylan. Relax. Harden was not
Who
playing.
fucking cares?
Dylan,
If he scores 30, they still
Dylan,
lose.
Dylan, relax. Harden wasn't playing.
Get that fucking bum. We'll get to that bum soon. What I think is the sneakiest trade for Milwaukee of the trade deadline, Bucks getting Serge Ibaka.
Yeah.
If there's
It was a
anything
14
left in the
trade.
tank, if there's
Serge
anything left in
Ibaka to the Bucks. Clippers get Rodney Hood and Semi Ojeleye. Kings get Dante DiVincenzo, which I actually hate that they did. Dante DiVincenzo, Josh Jackson, Trey Lyles, and the Pistons get Marvin Bagley. So Bagley gets to leave one bad organization to go to another.
Yeah. I know you keep saying, "Oh, why you keep talking about Giannis? Why you keep talking about the Bucks?" Look,
Nobody
at the end of the
said
day, no, you've been saying that
No,
to
I
me.
don't care.
Yes. But no, my thing is, it's like, okay, at the end of the day, I go off of who currently won the title. It's the Bucks championship to lose at this point, you know?
So you rock
And-
with the favorite every single time, even though
What?
they're not the favorite.
That's not always the case for me, but the Bucks, I just think they're going to win. I have them winning. I can comfortably say they're going to win. They're going to repeat. I just think in a 7-game series,
He's
I
been
feel
saying this
comfortable
all,
saying Milwaukee.
He's
but
been very
Milwaukee,
consistent with this
I've
game.
been consistent with it all year.
and Milwaukee
I-
looks very good. Like
They
at this
look,
point, Milwaukee would be my pick right now to come out.
yeah. Now, granted, the Suns just blasted them, but like, listen,
But I'm saying to come out the East, to come out
yeah,
the
to
East,
come out
I would
the
pick
East.
Milwaukee, and I think right now as it stands, I would pick Phoenix to win the championship. But listen,
All right,
Milwaukee's
so
right there.
But
we
that's
got
a series. Oh, my bad.
another bum trade. Celtics get Daniel Tice for like the 4th time, and the Rockets get Dennis Schroeder, Ennis Freedom, and Bruno Fernando. Ennis Freedom got cut. Nobody's going to pick him up because nobody likes him. Another sneaky move. Boston Celtics get Derek White.
From the Spurs.
From the Spurs for Josh Richardson and Romeo Langford and a couple draft picks. Derek White is going to be one of those keys to Boston, playing really, really well because of his ability to play make and his length and defense.
He could play point too.
That was low
He's their
key one of the best
facilitator.
trades.
That'd be
And you're
that'd be
seeing
a pretty
it with
big
how
lineup.
Boston's been playing. And
Mhm.
Boston
Yeah.
has needed a facilitator for their lineups.
Yes, they have.
That'd be a big lineup if it's Derek White, Jalen
Brown, Tatum.
Brown, and Tatum.
So
And
why
then
are we,
you got Robertson?
so why are we still not talking
Yeah,
about the
Robert.
Celtics?
I don't believe in the Celtics.
So there's still no belief in the Celtics. There's
I
still
don't believe.
no.
I love Jason Tatum.
Did
I think
they win
he's going to
tonight?
average. They
Yeah,
did.
they won. They blew the doors off the city.
They blew the doors off.
Yeah,
Win
Jalen Brown, and Tatum. They both had 28 and 29.
Let me tell you my thing. I think Jason Tatum is going to be one of the best players in the world, right? I think at one point in his career he's probably going to average 30, but he crumbles when he plays a player better than him. Absolutely crumbles.
There's not too many better than him.
Like I've seen only one Celtics game against the Nets where he's played good, and it was the 50-point game in the playoffs.
Well, he was like the only one doing anything in that series.
But every other game, I've seen the last 2 years, wherever Kevin Durant's on the floor, Jason Tatum just disappears and shrinks, except for the 50-point performance. That was the only one I've ever really seen him do anything.
Yeah, but when did Brown get injured last year?
That's situational because when they was in the playoffs playing against the Cavs, when he dunked on LeBron as a rookie, you know, he has these flashes. So I don't think that's going to be something that's going to continue. I think eventually he'll gain more confidence playing against Kevin Durant. I don't see that happening with any other player besides Kevin Durant.
I've only seen it, but it's like I can only tell you what I see, right? And every time, even regular season, every game I've seen him play against Brooklyn, he just disappears. The last game they played where Kevin Durant and James Harden were healthy, he had like 14 points on like 23% shooting on the field.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just like unbelievable because Kevin Durant was just knocking down every shot. So just like, I don't believe in them because if you're in a situation where you have another superstar on your team, Tatum kind of just like disappears a little bit.
As much
Not
as
tonight, obviously, but that's just kind of where it is.
Tatum can't get the assignment of being the two-way player. It has to be Brown that plays the Pippen to his Michael Jordan type of thing. Brown has to be the guy that gets the defensive assignment and still give you a little bit on offense versus Jason Tatum giving you a lot on offense and a little bit on defense. That's how it has to work in order for them to beat. But that's that team when they had Harden, because then you put Tatum on Harden, you know, even though he's going to probably give you a little bit of fits as well. But then defensively, Harden is not going to really do much. So it's like a wash, you know. So Harden being gone, I mean, I think you still put Brown on KD just to be a little pest, because you're not going to stop KD from scoring. Nobody is, you know. But
I think you go Marcus Smart.
I would say I think Marcus Smart is going to guard KD.
He's still shooting over a chair, man. He's probably
those are the guys who always give KD problems.
Yeah, the PJ Tucker type of I'm just going to play body to body.
Tony Allen's, the PJ Tuckers, the
He's
Marcus
going to score.
Smarts.
KD's going to score. We know
he's
that.
He's going to get his.
The thing you try to do is just make it hard for him. You just try to make KD have to work for every shot. And if he scores, he scores. He's one of the greatest ever.
And then you
So
throw a
if he
different
scores, he
body on him.
scores.
But like, I'd rather
Exactly.
see Jaylen Brown on Kyrie Irving.
I would. That's the
Length.
exact matchup I would
Mhm.
like. I would do too. And then, hey, listen, Jason Tatum versus Ben Simmons. Listen, Jason Tatum, you gotta go win that. You gotta go win
You
that.
Have to
gotta
go
go
win
win.
that.
You
But
gotta
if
go
this
win.
is if Ben Simmons we'll get here. But like, if Ben Simmons comes in to play for his first time in Brooklyn, and he's just all world defender Ben Simmons, and
It's
all
gonna be
he's
a problem.
going to do is
It's play
follow
defense
Jason
every time.
Tatum up and down the court.
It's gonna be hell. It's gonna be hell. But if Jason Tatum, I like Dylan. Like I hear everything that you're saying. But for Jason Tatum, if you're that guy, you have to go win that.
Yep,
You have to go win that battle.
And I'm not saying Kevin Durant's like not a good defender. He is a good defender, but he's not a better defender than Ben Simmons. And Kevin Durant shuts down Jason Tatum.
Nope. So
like-
and to that point, they may switch out. They may go back and forth to save each other fouls. So
in that
like I
50-point
said,
game with Tatum, all they did was just switch defenders and get KD off of him to get those points. Now, if you're playing a lineup where you have Ben Simmons on him and then you're switching to KD on him, that's not a great switch for you.
Yeah. So like I said, I he's a dookie. I generally like Jason Tatum. I hate that he plays on Boston because I hate Boston. But I generally like Jason Tatum. I want him to take that step because
Me too.
LeBron's getting old. Look like KD's
Great
getting
for
up there.
basketball.
Like, exactly. Like we need new superstars. I want Jason Tatum to take that step because I see he can. I know he can take that step.
It's just
But
when.
you got to prove it. You got to prove. I can't defend you forever. You got to step up.
Well, that's a good conversation. I mean, the same thing we said about the NFL stars, the up and coming future quarterbacks. You look at the NBA players. Who would you put up there? Who is the next in line?
But we saw the young quarterbacks do it this year. Excuse me, this year. Tatum, this is the year he's got to like strap up. This is time. Like Brett, say what you want about Brad Stevens as a coach. I think he's very overrated in his time there and not being actually like a great coach. Ime Udoka, who actually is like trying to coach basketball, has finally got them listening about like a philosophy and a culture, and it's working. This is where it's like, all right, your team's finally gelling. You're going to the second half of the season. You're winning games. You're hot. You're currently the 6th seed in the East. Like you're 3 games out of first place. Like you can possibly do something.
It's run time, man.
They can't.
It's time for Jason Tatum to put up or shut up.
Exactly. He can't lose in the first round again.
If he loses in the first round again, it's like, well, what are we going to do? What can you do differently with this team?
If they go to the second round and Giannis runs them off the court, then fine. Giannis ran you off the court. But you got to get to the second round though. They can't. They
at
cannot
least to
lose
the second round
again.
If they get bumped in the first round, they have to think about reconstructing the team and who they're going to build around.
They got to think about blowing it up. They got to pick one. If they lose in the first round, they got to pick one because we can't just keep doing this.
Mm-hmm.
We can't just keep doing this. Like I said, if they get to the second round and Giannis runs them off the court, then Giannis runs them off the court. It happens.
I really think the biggest threat to the Bucks, as much as I kind of hate to say this, is this Nets team. Like, I will honestly, I know I've heard Miami. I've heard someone say Miami before, but I really think it's this Nets. Yeah, I think it's the Nets. I think
Miami, Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying if everything comes together for Brooklyn, they're gonna give Milwaukee fits. It don't matter who has home court advantage. They're gonna give Milwaukee fits. That's just honestly my thing.
The only thing it's gonna come down to is like them. KD's gonna have to play defense because you don't have. It's gonna come down to. Well, it's actually what it's gonna come down to is Ben Simmons versus Chris Middleton. That's what it's gonna come down to.
Yes, it does.
Ben Simmons is going to guard.
Ben Simmons is going to be on Giannis.
Ben Simmons is going to guard Giannis.
But I'm saying the way it's going to match up, like you're still going to assume Giannis is going to get his numbers. You're going to assume that
Drew Holiday.
He's not going to shut. No one shuts Kyrie down, but he's going to make Kyrie work.
Yeah.
You assume KD's going to get his numbers, so him and Giannis can cancel out. It comes down to. Does Ben Simmons do what he has to do, or does Chris Middleton do what he has to do?
Because Chris Middleton can be dangerous. Not all the time. He can be a little more consistent, but in the playoffs, he can be dangerous.
I just say, if the lineup is Kyrie, KD, Ben. Who else
Seth,
do you throw in that lineup?
Seth and Drummond.
Yeah,
and
Seth
Drummond.
and Drum.
Probably Seth
Yeah.
and Drum.
I think you take Drummond out. You put
It'd
Ben
be
Simmons at the
LaMarcus Aldridge.
5. No,
Yeah.
no, you make Ben Simmons the 5, and you need another shooter or
The-
a scorer.
Joe Harris.
So there's multiple different ways you go with it,
Yeah,
right?
whenever
So
he comes back.
let me blow by this trade, and then we'll get right to that Brooklyn trade, right? So the Mavericks get Spencer Dinwiddie and Davis Bertans. The Wizards get Kristaps
Dinwiddie.
Porzingis and a 2022
Dinwiddie.
draft pick. I love Spencer Dinwiddie. I love this for Dallas. Keep it going.
I will.
So
I will never forgive you for saying he's better than what you call.
he is.
Not.
And then we get to the meat and potatoes of the trade deadline. James Harden and Paul Millsap to the 76ers for Ben Simmons, Seth Curry, Andre Drummond, a 2022 first-round pick, and a 2027 first-round pick.
When did Paul Millsap become a part of that? I never seen
Yeah,
him.
He
I'd
was
never
always a
heard
part
that.
of it. He was always part of
He
it.
was?
He was a part of it right off the
Oh,
rip.
wow.
The problem is Paul Millsap really didn't play, and he
Played
quietly
tonight.
requested a trade. In Brooklyn, he didn't play. He couldn't see the court.
I didn't know he was even on the
I
Brooklyn.
never seen his name a part of the trade.
I thought he was still in Denver.
No, he signed with us.
No, I knew he was in Brooklyn. I thought that was a clean. I thought they gave up all of that for James Harden. Even the reports that we put in the chat, even those they never showed Paul Millsap's
Yeah,
name.
Millsap was like,
Yeah.
like a throw-in.
Oh,
But-
okay.
But like because Millsap wanted out. Millsap wanted to go play where he can go play and get playing time. So Brooklyn, he requested a trade like 2 months ago, and Brooklyn was like, "We'll see what we can do." So they threw him in the James Harden trade. I don't know, Siri. But yeah, James Harden, Millsap to Philly, Ben Simmons, Seth Curry, Andre Drummond. I'm going to sound incredibly biased here by saying that the Nets won this trade because we filled every need that we needed with this. And like, I'm not going to sit here and say Philly lost. Like, this is very much so a win-win trade for both parties,
Both teams.
for both teams. Daryl Morey gets his guy, right? James Harden gets to play the I've always wanted to be in Philly thing, right? Embiid gets a dominant like scorer if they get the James Harden they think they're going to get, because if they get the James Harden that I got, they're going to be in for a very bad time. Especially because like you can't change the fact that you were shooting 31% from the 3-point line. Like that doesn't just change overnight. Like that has to happen, and
but
he
the
has to
thing
play
is-
himself into shape.
No, but the thing is, I've been telling you, Dylan, like, again, during this whole run, James Harden has been playing like he just didn't care.
He didn't.
Like, he just didn't give a rat's ass about being on the court. Like, he just played so sloppily. He wasn't distributing. He was taking bad shots. Like, Lord, he was taking
But here's
bad
the thing
shots.
about the taking bad shots thing. James Harden is the king of taking bad shots. Like he takes bad shots a lot. A lot of the NBA like superstars take bad shots. They just go in, right? So you will keep taking them until they just don't come in. But with all the reports of James Harden being mad at Kevin Durant and Steve Nash for wanting to run a motion offense where there's
wanting
ball
to
movement
pass the ball
instead of playing ISO, like we've seen ISO ball not win for over a decade.
Wait,
ISO ball doesn't win.
But then again, that feeds into the mentality. Again, a big part of it is that he didn't want to be there. He wasn't happy. He wasn't happy with Kyrie's situation. He wasn't happy with Brooklyn. He wasn't happy with the way the offense was being run. They literally said he would roll his eyes in the timeouts. Like
roll his eyes because of plays being drawn up for Kevin Durant and not him.
Yeah. He wasn't happy.
Imagine thinking that you're better than Kevin Durant.
Look.
You're out here screaming from the mountaintops about how you want to be in Brooklyn, right? You get me to Brooklyn to play on this team to walk into a title, right? Granted, we didn't get that because we had injuries and it just didn't work. And these guys played 16 games together, and it's now the biggest what if in NBA history, right? And the second you get out into the offseason, you're like, all right, we're going to change everything. We're going to go from running this smooth offense where everybody gets the ball and we're fluid and nobody's really being the black hole in the offense into, hey, we're going to stop moving the ball. I'm going to run the offense forever. And then I'm going to take all these shots and I'm going to be the guy who closes out games while Kevin Durant is my sidekick. That's literally what he wanted. And everybody here who understands basketball knows that style of basketball does not win. It's ball movement. It's controlling the clock. It's taking smart shots. Even like you can do whatever you want about Milwaukee's style, right? They still move the ball, and they still got their guys shots. Regardless, there was no one guy who was just like ISO. Like, yeah, Giannis did his thing, but he's dominant, and he proved his way through the playoffs, growing and getting better series after series, game after game.
And they do move the ball.
Well, hold on. I know this is a what if scenario. I know, but going back to James Harden, my thing is like go back to many years ago to when the Warriors took against the Rockets, that 7-game series. A lot of people say Chris Paul doesn't get injured, Rockets go to the finals.
They do.
I'll give you that, but
so I mean, again, ISO ball almost damn near took Harden to a championship. So you can't.
No, but that's not how that team ran. Chris
that
Paul doesn't run ISO ball. Granted, James Harden, I think James Harden led the league in assists that year. If not, it was the year before. But Chris Paul still ran the offense and got everybody looks. But they also missed 26 3-pointers. And took tons of bad shots.
When they played ISO ball when Chris Paul got hurt.
As opposed to getting ball movement. So, like, I think the last person I'm going to listen to is James Harden when it comes to winning basketball, and him coming out saying he wants to go to a place where they know how to win, where Philly doesn't. Nobody but Danny Green on Philadelphia knows what it's like to win.
Or Doc Rivers.
Yeah, okay, we'll give you Doc Rivers. But, like, those are the only two people in the organization who know how to win. So, like, what is this? You're on a team with Kyrie Irving, Kevin Durant, and Patty Mills, and they don't know how to fucking win?
They all have rings.
All of them have rings, and all of them contribute massively.
And they've all been to multiple finals. Multiple finals.
Like, so but, what happens in Philly when they start running this isocentric offense and Joel Embiid starts getting mad? Because now you're taking the ball out of arguably the MVP.
Right now.
Arguably the MVP of the league. You're taking the ball out of his hands to feed your ego.
And he has to sit there and watch you dribble, 3-3-3, brick.
Well, again, this whole brick. I don't.
So you think he misses open 3-point shots on purpose?
Who, Harden?
Yeah.
No.
There's a reason he's shooting 31%, man. Like, and you have to get to James Harden, who's not getting foul calls as well. Like, that's a whole other thing that people keep forgetting about is his averages aren't as high because he's also taking half as many free throws a game as he has been.
To Anthony's point, it's because he's out of shape and it's because he's not engaged. I think what Anthony's trying to say is once he gets engaged, he'll be a little bit more focused and the shots will fall. I mean, it's possible.
And that's that's honestly what I'm trying to say. It's like, again, we all know what it's like to try and do something and be productive when you just not feeling it, when you just not in it at all. We all know what it's like to be in that situation. Like, you can't count that out at the end of the day, I just really think, I mean, again, it's not going to fix every problem. I mean, you made a really good point about the free throws, That's something he's going to have to deal with. But I just think everything goes up. I just think his performance just gets better when he's on Philly. And I really think Joel's not going to have a problem with him. Again, Joel, look, Embiid. How do we know Embiid? Every single year in the damn postseason, he wears down. He starts getting a bummy knee, starts getting back issues. He's playing hurt in the postseason every damn year. Harden takes some of that load off of him. And again, don't forget they still have Tobias Harris.
Do I have to sit here and then say there's also another guy on that team who no longer wears number 13 because he's retired in Philly, who now has to wear number 1, who has a beard, who also disappears in the playoffs?
You talked so fast just now. Can you repeat that? That was super fast.
I know he talks real fast, but if you listen real fast, he doesn't have to slow it down for you.
So there's a certain guy who just got on that team who also tends to disappear in playoffs. Most recently getting hurt with a hamstring injury in the Milwaukee Bucks series. And then the year before disappearing in the game in the playoffs with Westbrook. And the year before and the year before, and the year before. So it's a tough look to say that Harden could take the load off of anyone when Harden couldn't take the load off of himself.
Before you, Dylan, does this mean that I was right?
Yeah, you could be right.
I surely
Both
remember
things could be
telling
true.
you that James Harden was going to be the reason that you don't win a championship and you wouldn't get one with him on the team, and he's gone now.
I'll give you that, but
you didn't get a chip with him.
I'll give you that. But if Kyrie doesn't get hurt in that Bucks series, we don't need Harden because we were gonna win that series. We saw how it was. They had no answer.
If Chris Paul doesn't get hurt, James Harden has a ring.
Does he?
Yes.
Well, maybe not. Maybe not. Cleveland probably does beat them.
Cleveland probably beats them.
Cleveland probably beats them.
But now
again,
the Nets side of things, right? Where again, I say the Nets won this trade because we addressed every area of need. Where James Harden was complaining about floor spacing, that gets addressed with Seth Curry, who's a great three-point shooter, great shot creator, and good facilitator, which I got to see firsthand yesterday because I didn't really understand how much of a facilitator he really was because I haven't watched a ton of Seth Curry in a while. But seeing him take these mid-range shots and then creating shots for everybody else was fun to see. Andre Drummond, who sucked in LA but has been playing really good in Philly this year, comes to our team and now gives us a body against the teams that have been fucking us up on the inside because LaMarcus Aldridge can't bend his knees. Go ahead, James.
Man, I think it's adrenaline. I don't think they suck, Seth Curry and Andre Drummond. But I do think that last night's game was all adrenaline.
No, 100%.
Yeah, so you're not going to get those outputs every night from Seth Curry.
Oh, I know.
21 in the first three quarters, you're not going to get that.
No, I understand that. But he has the ability to do that, right? So, and then you get Ben Simmons, who is a facilitator, all-world defender. The thing that I like Ben Simmons the most in is transition. And I've been speaking about pace for so long, James.
I know.
Long.
I gotta keep throwing this
throwing water on the fire.
But I don't know what I'm going to get out of Ben Simmons until Ben Simmons is there. But
you don't
I can
know
only
what
go
you're getting
off
until
of
he
what
gets
I
on the
see.
court.
I can only go off of what I know Ben Simmons to be at this point. Right?
2 seasons ago, and what was that?
Well, it was last season. It wasn't 2 seasons ago.
It feels like it, right? But
it feels like it was only last season.
So last season, you go off of what you know, right? And what do you know? What has he been chastised of?
His free throws.
Free throws and shrinking in the moment and not putting up offensive outputs and everything like that and not making the right decisions. When you look at that, is that what you're looking for? You're hoping you're getting earlier season Ben Simmons as well prior to that moment. But he's been gone for so long, you don't know what you're going to get.
I'm hoping I get the Ben Simmons that leads the NBA in creating open three-point shots. I'm hoping I get all-world defensive and Ben Simmons. I don't need Ben Simmons. Like, I know I was saying last week, if Ben Simmons can give me 18, 8, and 8, I'll be okay. I don't need Ben Simmons 18. Because if you're provided shooters who can, he's really this guy who can create open three-point shots at a higher rate than anybody else in the NBA, I don't need 18 from you. I need you to spread out and get them 9, 6, 12, and then you give me 10. But you're also rebounding and playing defense and creating offense that way. I don't need you to be doing anything else. I need you to be making life easy for Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving.
Yeah, I mean,
if I can get that out of Ben Simmons, like I just need Ben Simmons at 75% of what Ben Simmons is for me to feel really good about this. Because now, if you look at it long term, the only 3 nets that are on the books for the next 5 years are Kevin Durant, Ben Simmons, and Joe Harris. So it's like, okay, there's a long term plan here now with those two. If Ben Simmons is apparently is going back to being normal Ben Simmons, then it's going to be a great time. But I don't need his offense. I need his defense.
When is he supposed to return?
Don't know. He's
Who
currently
knows?
traveling with the team, working with the team, and is on the sidelines for the Nets games, participating in practice and shoot around.
This was Dylan last night when he saw Ben Simmons on the bench.
That was 100% me last night. 100% me last night.
No, but he looks happy though. I'll give him that.
Well, my favorite thing about the Ben Simmons trade is him being emotional on the phone with Sean Marks and Kevin Durant saying thank you for wanting me. Because a lot of his stuff was so mental in Philly where he felt he took it so personally and that he felt personally attacked and thrown under the bus. And he was thrown under the bus, but like deservedly so. Like he shrunk in the moment.
And Embiid's an asshole. He's ruthless.
Embiid is very much so an asshole.
He's an asshole.
But Ben Simmons supposedly will be making his debut with the Nets after the All-Star break. So probably when KD comes back.
When is KD supposed to come back?
After the All-Star break. So March 10th, you'll probably see Ben Simmons in the lineup.
We'll probably see everybody in the lineup March 10th.
It'll be
Oh,
Kyrie Irving, Kevin Durant, Seth Curry, Ben Simmons, LaMarcus Aldridge as your starters, and then you'll probably bring in Drummond off the bench.
Ooh, I'm so tempted to just want to make a bet for that game because I'm a James Harden
I
fan.
can't make a bet on that game because I don't know what my Nets team is going to look like.
Well, predicated on everyone being there. I'm just like,
Well, it's not even everyone being there. If that's the first game playing together,
yeah.
I don't know what it's going to look like.
No,
I
that's
expect
part
a
of
lot
the
of running in transition.
I mean, Dylan, he already owns you a 12-pack. You're up a 12-pack. So
I am.
You have
Wait.
house money.
I thought I only owe you, Mike.
I was involved in that bet
No.
too.
You
Yeah.
were?
Yeah,
Were you?
You owe 2 12-packs, man.
Fuck. I'll edit that part out.
No. So yeah, I won't. I will bet every game after that, but I need to see them first.
All right, never mind. That's off. No, I ain't betting on that.
You don't want to double down?
No.
God damn, you cheap.
He's mad cheap. Again,
Jesus.
frozen
Bro,
wings to a Super Bowl party. You spend the $5 more going to Stop and Shop.
Just take that. Hey, that's your 12-pack right there, dude.
He's
But
throwing that back.
you didn't even tell me. You didn't even tell me what flavor you wanted. You didn't even say that.
I didn't. I told you to bring whatever you felt like you wanted to bring.
I
didn't put anything on anybody. If y'all want to bring something, great. If
No,
y'all
I'm
wanna
talking
bring
about the
anything,
12-pack.
You
Oh,
said Diet Coke.
I did say Diet Coke.
Oh, you said Diet Coke? Oh, okay.
Yes, but
Yeah.
I like this trade more so for a Milwaukee Bucks matchup than anything. Because
Agreed.
Ben Simmons is the only guy in the NBA who, size-wise and athletically, can stay in front of Giannis at the 3-point line.
I don't think he's strong enough, but
He's the only one who could, I think, do a good job on it. Because everybody else has to play off, and now you're going to let him shoot.
Can he keep Giannis under 30 points?
Nobody can keep Giannis under 30 points.
when Giannis wants to get 30, Giannis gets 30.
But you could damn sure make his life difficult in doing it. And then that's when it's like, all right, well, if you're switching, now you have your Nick Claxtons who are going to be playing and switching. You have your Andre Drummonds who will be switching on the block and helping out. And this is why that Serge Ibaka pickup is actually a very big deal because Brook Lopez has been out all year with a back.
And having Serge and Ben Simmons making that. Serge helps stretch the floor. Even if he's not making his shots, the threat of him making that shot.
Because he can knock it down. Granted, he's no Splash Mountain and Brook Lopez, but he could knock it down.
You have to respect it.
You have to respect it. But that's a shot I'll live with.
Did we all answer the question?
And I hate Brook Lopez. So, as a Nat, I hate Brook Lopez.
Yeah, you don't like Brook Lopez?
No, I hate Brook Lopez.
Why do you hate Brook Lopez?
The all-time leading scorer of your franchise.
How do you hate Brook Lopez?
Care. I hate Brook Lopez.
Dude was balling out for y'all for years, man.
You want to know why I hate Brook Lopez? And it's nothing Brook Lopez did. And it's nothing Brook Lopez did. Devin Harris did. Brook Lopez. I hate Brook Lopez because of the GM of Billy King. Because they saw Brook Lopez as a number one option on a championship team, as opposed to moving on from Brook Lopez and getting actual real number one options. and moving around. They brought in Paul Pierce and KG, re-signed D. Will and Joe Johnson to play around Brook Lopez. And for no other reason. And then after that melted down, they still kept Brook Lopez, who still didn't evolve with the NBA at that point, was only shooting free throw line jumpers, and still tried to say he was the number one option, then go out and get fucking Thaddeus Young to go be his number two, because Brook Lopez is going to carry the Nets to the fucking championship by himself in a league that was slowly fading behind the three-point line, not built on a back-to-the-basket center like it's 2001. So I hate Brook Lopez because the organization thought Brook Lopez was more valuable than Brook Lopez actually was.
You're so bitter.
Very bitter.
Come on, Dylan.
When we traded Brook Lopez, I was fucking to the moon. I was the only Nets fan that was to the moon.
There's a reason for that. There's a reason for that, Dylan. That was a sad day in the Nets franchise.
It wasn't.
Sad.
Not to me. It was great. Throw a party. I fucking hated Brook Lopez, man. I was like, get Brook Lopez the fuck out of here as soon as you can and get us a real player. If you value him so much, that means everybody else must value him that much, right? No, because they're not fucking stupid. That's why Billy King ruined our future trading fucking 9 first-round picks and then another first-round pick for fucking Gerald Wallace.
He's got a ring now.
Yeah, Billy King sits here and wonders to this day why he doesn't have a fucking NBA GM job. They made a rule because of you, motherfucker.
Brook Lopez has a ring now.
Good for him. Congratulations. I'm glad he's got it. Because I knew it wasn't happening with us.
Hit that 3.
Brook Lopez is an amazing 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th option.
The disrespect.
Not a number 1 option.
He was the reason why.
And not even a number 2 or 3.
He was a big reason why they went to the finals, by the way.
I know, but he was their 4th option.
Because Brooklyn could do nothing with him.
Mm-mm.
He was their 4th or 5th option. Oh, we're going to completely ignore overtime where Drew Holiday got all the points?
Brook Lopez was dominant against a lot of teams in that East Coast run last year because they didn't have any bigs.
And he also has done a great job evolving.
Mm-hmm.
He just didn't evolve with us because the Nets couldn't. Lionel Hollins wasn't going to coach fucking Brook Lopez to shoot fucking.
How can you be mad at Brook Lopez for your coaching?
Because it's him. Because he's the centerpiece around it all. It's like I said, I hate Brook Lopez not for anything Brook Lopez did, but because the organization valued him so much, we couldn't do anything else.
So why do you hate Brook Lopez? Hate the organization.
You just said it.
Because he was the centerpiece that the organization felt like was the one. I hate Brook Lopez not because of Brook Lopez. Because of everybody else's value for Brook Lopez and didn't try to get him to change his game or move on from him when you realize he wasn't going to be the number 1 option. And they always thought he was going to be. And guess what? He won a title when he was the 4th option. Like the 3rd or 4th, like the 4th option, legitimately. Giannis, Middleton, Drew Holiday, Brook Lopez. Great 4th option. I'll take him right now as a 4th option. He can't wear 11 again.
Giannis, Drew Holiday, Chris Middleton, Bobby Portis, Brook Lopez.
Even better. Brook Lopez is the best 5th option of all time.
Oh, man.
Splash Mountain, shooting threes in the corner. Fantastic. Doesn't do anything. You don't win. Like it is what it is. I don't fucking care. It's all-time leading score.
Who won the trade? Who won the trade, James?
Oh, Brooklyn, Philly. Wash.
It's very much so a wash, but
it's a wash.
It's very much a wash, but I will say Brooklyn won because I'm that jaded. But if they won by like 0.2 of a point.
Yeah.
Because like I get a Ben Simmons that I don't know what I'm going to get, and Philly gets a James Harden that they really don't know what they're going to get either.
I guess on paper, what looks like a better trade, like
the better starting lineup and depth, I think, is Brooklyn.
That's why I say I think Brooklyn did get, just at least on paper, get the better trade.
And the only reason we got those 2 first-round picks is because they didn't want to give up Tybalt. That's what was the hang-up, the Nets were trying to get Tybalt, however the fuck you say his name. And when Philly was like, well, we'll give you 2 first-round picks instead, Sean Marks was like, deal. Get him to bite. But the fact that we got Drummond in that trade was just like a win, a very big win for us.
He's been
I
playing
just
good.
hope he's consistent.
Right.
I just
If
hope he
he's
plays
if
good.
he's just okay, because we've been getting eaten on the inside all
Okay, he's
season.
not gonna do it. I need him to be good.
No, I understand to win you need him to be good, but our center play, James, has been so fucking bad. And rebound, I told Mike this before we started recording. We haven't been good at rebounding since we had Chris Humphreys and Reggie Evans.
Eesh.
And that's been a long time.
That's a long time.
A long time. And just watching him get offensive rebounds last night against Sacramento was just like rejuvenating feeling for me because it's like, oh my God, we can get offensive rebounds. That's a thing. Because we Blake Griffin and Nick Claxton and LaMarcus Aldridge aren't getting offensive boards. Claxton's built like a twig and he's getting bullied.
How's Griffin been doing?
When he plays, is okay. Which means
5
he's not
threes in
great.
the first half.
That Nuggets game was so crazy. It's like I'm just like, let Blake Griffin do it all. What are we doing? Nobody else is playing. Let Blake Griffin fucking play. But sometimes Blake doesn't play, and I get it. But Blake's the guy who in the playoffs is going to be the guy who's giving you that energy. Who's going to be diving on the floor, getting charges. Like he's important. He's an important guy to have. So
Well,
I hope this works out for my sake.
Yeah.
I'm happy.
I am looking forward to if the Nets do meet with the Bucks in the playoffs, right? I am looking forward to that defensive wall that they'll be able to put up against Giannis because they'll have Blake and Ben Simmons and KD.
They're going to have athletes out there who are going to be able to fly to try to close out on the 3-point shots. So that's going to be fun to see. It's going to be like, when's the last time you heard that with the Nets in the last 3 years, they're going to be playing defense? Right? And I've been preaching all this year. It's like the first half of the year, the Nets have been like a top 10 defensive team. Fell off the face of the cliff when James Harden started pouting. And then here we are. We pick up an all-world defender as we know him to be. If he comes back and is that, then it's like, oh, we're in a really good spot. Because then we have a guy who could just say, oh, I'm going to sit down in front of your team's best option. I'm going to lock him up.
And the thing is, Ben Simmons can still give you points. It's not that he's completely offensively inept.
But I don't need it now. I don't need it. I need him to create for everybody else. When you have a Patty Mills, a Seth Curry, and if Joe Harris plays this year, all these 3-point shooters around him, a LaMarcus Aldridge who's been unbelievable for mid-range all season. Like if he's your center in that lineup and you have Ben Simmons, you could stretch the floor. So you have your options. And he just needs to find ways to get you the ball. And if Ben Simmons is good at anything, it's getting guys open. I'm excited about transition.
It's just a default upgrade, honestly, when you think about it. I mean, this Grunner Harden wasn't doing jack shit. So
James Harden, I've never seen James Harden run a fast break as a member of the Nets. Oh, this could be fun to see. Like I've never seen him run a fast break. I see Kyrie Irving push and KD push. I've never seen Harden push.
Was this last game the Kings game?
The Kings game where he went 2 for 18, 0 for 7 from 3, and had 13 turnovers.
He had 4 points, right?
4 points.
Yeah, 4
2 points going into the fourth quarter and scored his second basket with 4 minutes and 55 seconds left in the game.
I was so shameful. I was so
brutal.
shameful.
That's the last memory I have of that guy.
Well,
I mean, the last memory I have of James Harden is him demolishing the Knicks.
In one of his few good games. And we could go back to that pod. I'm like, man, I wish James Harden did this all the time. At least I've been consistent with my Harden slander. Very consistent.
Put back dunks. And he had fast break points in that game because he couldn't fucking stop.
Was it fast break or was it mid break?
It was fast break.
Because it was very mid.
It was fast.
But I see what you.
Go ahead, Anthony.
I see what you're saying though about Harden though, like because we could say the same thing about Reynolds. Like, shit, dude, you play like this at the beginning of the freaking season, we wouldn't be in the shithole we're in right now. Like, but hey, better late than never, I guess.
It's great that it's still before halftime, half break. You know, I mean, it's great that
I think a man named Drake said a very nice line was better late than never, but never late is better. So I hope the Knicks get everything they get out of the rest of the season, where it's like, I hope you guys succeed and get to the playoffs, because the basketball world is so much better when the Knicks are good. So like, I hope Cam Reddish plays, because I honestly think he fixes some of the issues that you guys have on the offensive side of the ball, and it's going to make Julius Randle's life a little bit easier if he could just put up a consistent 15, which I know he can. And then, like, I just don't understand Tibbs. I just don't understand him. He's going to fuck around and get fired, and then I'm just like, yo, Kenny Atkinson, go coach in New York and help those young guys get great.
Can Fournio go with him?
Mark Jackson, please.
He ain't coaching again. I don't see it happening.
Before we move on, I do have one more question to wrap up this Brooklyn Philly, and that is, who now has more pressure on them, James Harden or Ben Simmons?
That's a very good question.
I'm gonna jump out first on this one, and I'm gonna say that is James Harden. Reason why I'm saying that is James Harden is because, if you're saying that your first choice was Philly to begin with, but you took Brooklyn because you didn't have a chance or an option to go to Philly, and you wanted out that bad, even though you had, and you wanted out that bad, and even though you had like a superstar squad with you, I'm gonna say James Harden for sure. I mean, Ben Simmons, he has a reason why he was sitting out. He didn't agree with his teammate, and his coach kind of like shamed his game after a playoff how his outing was. So he was sitting out. He didn't feel like there was any support. The morale was down, so he had a decision to make in front of him, and he made it. But James Harden, man, you just didn't see that coming. If you're not a Nets fan, you didn't see that coming, and I do believe that he has the most pressure in this situation.
It's always James. James Harden's the only answer here. At least with Ben Simmons, like, again, mental health, not feeling like he was wanted by the organization, feeling like he was betrayed by Doc and the players and Embiid, and having Joel Embiid literally say in like training camp that guy's dead to me.
Yeah,
is like, that's a tough thing.
Wait, so are we sitting here acting like he didn't put it upon himself?
So,
like, come on.
So here's the thing, right? You're not supposed to throw your guy under the bus.
No.
You don't do that.
But wait. But what was Simmons doing before that, though? He threw the team under the bus.
How did he throw the team under the bus?
He's over here saying, I don't want to play for this team. I don't want to do this. Like, he's like, come on now. Like, again, what? Huh? Wait. I said something many podcasts ago, because I made a comparison. I said Lonzo Ball was a terrible shooter. He worked on his jump shot when he got criticized. Ben Simmons, terrible effing shooter. People roasted him, as they should have. Did he work on his jump shot? No, he didn't. He turned into a damn baby. That's why Embiid roasted his ass. Shaq roasted his ass like every other damn day. And there's a reason for that. Let's not act like he didn't put it upon himself. But where's all this?
But here's what you're not supposed to do with your teammates and your head coach. You cannot do that.
No,
I can understand what you're saying.
I can understand the head coach part. I see the head coach.
You keep that private. You don't let that get out, because now you see that there's discourse in the organization, and now you see that, like, oh, we can just keep attacking this guy because they don't believe in him. Like, there's no confidence. So why, if you have zero confidence, you're going to go into this game, this series, this team, put in work for a team that doesn't believe in you? Your head coach said you cannot be a starting point guard on a championship team.
Exactly. So at
that
point,
but the thing is, I do see what you're saying, but there are some people who look at that same remark and they say to themselves, shouldn't that motivate them?
Everybody takes things differently, right?
That's what Shaq was saying. I agree with Shaq.
I have the mindset that you have, Anthony, and that Shaq
as do I.
That you have to man up and fix it. But I can't fault Ben Simmons for reacting the way he. I can't tell that man how to react. If it
you can never tell somebody how to feel.
It bothered him. Exactly. If it bothered him, it bothered him. And at the end of the day, it shouldn't have been said. It should have been kept inside. So while we would have reacted differently. I can't blame that man. I can't get mad at him for reacting the way he did because he's not me. Who knows why that triggered him? I don't know why that triggered him, but it triggered him. So, while like I said, it's different for everybody, but I actually think actually no, it is kind of James Harden. Well, here's the thing. So I think it's James Harden who has more pressure individually. I think Brooklyn has more pressure as a team. Brooklyn needs to win a championship now.
Brooklyn
Now,
stayed
right,
title favorites after this trade.
Right now. Exactly, Dylan. Which is
They still stay title favorites?
Yeah, they're the favorites right now.
They're 4-1.
Wow.
Philly moved up from 10-1 to 6-1, but Brooklyn stayed favorites.
The team
because it added depth. You lose a superstar, but you added depth.
But they lost a superstar, but they gained a superstar. I think Ben Simmons is a superstar still.
3-time All-Star. But again, to James's point, we don't know what we're getting. I will temper expectations till after the first game. And once you see me hit the group chat and saying Ben Simmons is the best defensive player of all time, y'all can't say shit to me.
Oh, God.
Just like I said yesterday, we got the better Curry brother.
Oh, God.
Could not wait to say that.
It was great. It was fun to see. I love Seth Curry. This is a Patty Mills stan account. We stand Patty Mills. Patty Mills for the 3-point championship.
We're gonna talk about that
as a pod. As a pod, we're rooting for Patty Mills.
No, we're not.
No, we're not. Actually, you know what, Dylan? Because I think the consensus is that let's move on because we got to make some picks. James, get on up. We got some picks to make.
Get on up, man.
Get on.
Get on.
I don't know if you heard, but it's NBA. It's All-Star Weekend, baby.
This weekend?
Very exciting. Yes, it is. This weekend.
Yeah.
Albany, North Carolina. Let's go.
Yes, it is.
Me and James had a very great tradition that we ran on for many years. We would stay at one of each other's houses just for that whole weekend and just enjoy everything.
Yep.
I'm saying next year we get that popping again, but with all of us.
Yeah. That would be fun. Me and James have memories from those weekends.
Yeah, let's go home.
We could do. Eventually, we'll get a live pod going during that shit.
We will
all together.
That's coming soon. Live pods will be coming.
And if we wasn't together, we was on the phone the whole time.
We're gonna be texting this whole weekend. Anyway.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'll be
because spoiler, James. I'm free this weekend. Spoiler. But let's get to it. I don't have any graphic for the celebrity game because I don't care about the celebrity game.
I'll watch it, but I don't care about it. I just love it.
I will get up the. I'll do Dylan a solid. Let's do the slam dunk first. Because I know what Dylan thinks the main event is. So,
let me go first. Let me pick first.
Let me just get your banner ready for you. Let the viewers digest that. All right, go ahead.
We're keeping it New York, baby. Obi Toppin. Obi, win the slam dunk contest for New York. That's who we're rolling with. My second pick would be Cole Anthony. I really like Cole Anthony a lot. But give me Obi Toppin. Go New York, go New York, go. James is looking at me like I'm crazy.
No, I'm looking at the lineup. I mean, of course, it's Obi Toppin for me because I'm a Knicks fan. But I'm interested to see what Juan Toscano Anderson is gonna do because I didn't know he had bunnies like that. I know he got a dunk earlier this year over who was that? JaVale McGee.
Mm-hmm.
But
I believe it was JaVale McGee.
But I don't know him to be a jumper like that. So I'm interested to see what he does. Jalen Green is powerful. I mean,
crazy
So
athlete.
we'll see what Jalen Green does as well. And Cole is a wild card for me because you got those small guys. They got bounce. So we'll see, man. I think this is an interesting slam dunk contest. So I'll be tuning in.
Big Cole Anthony guy. I love Cole Anthony, but I would like to see Obi win. That'd be great for the Knicks to have something like that. That's exciting.
Yeah, we need to win something. I'm definitely gonna go Obi.
Y'all were on a collision course for the Golden State Warriors in the NBA Finals, Anthony, remember?
I'm about the All-Star weekend, man. I'm not talking about the NBA. Stop putting words in my mouth, man.
How weird.
Stop putting words in my mouth, man.
That's crazy.
But so you're going with Obi.
Obi, go Obi.
I mean, my Knicks fandom doesn't allow me to pick anyone except Obi. But if knock on wood, if he didn't show up or had COVID or something, my pick would definitely be Cole Anthony
because he's the son of a Nick.
Right, Greg Anthony.
I mean, that's just a coincidence, but I mean,
that's
Cole Anthony has hops, man. He has hops.
He does.
He really does. He can jump.
Cole Anthony was supposed to be a Nick, man. He was supposed to be a Nick. He's somebody who would have been great for you guys.
Don't remind me. But I do agree with James. The kid from the Warriors, I'm very interested to see what that's going to be. I wish they would have got Gary Payton to do it, but it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. He probably said no, but we'll see. But moving on, my favorite contest of the weekend.
I'm actually very much looking forward to this.
The Antetokounmpo brothers.
They stink.
I know.
So to me, it's the Rooks versus the Cavs. Because outside of Giannis, can you bring it back really quick to us? I hate Thanasis Antetokounmpo.
Thanasis.
With every fiber of my being. He is such a bum.
Solo for that? You want to solo for that?
Thanasis Antetokounmpo sucks. And it's crazy that he's in the NBA only because of Giannis. Only because of Giannis. And the crazy thing is, Alex is even worse than Thanasis.
I was thinking about that shit the other day, no lie. I was like, yo, how is this? Like, what is it? Giannis, help your brothers out, man. Like, help your family out.
The only reason the Antetokounmpo brothers have a chance is because Giannis is a fucking freak.
Thanasis, or however you pronounce it, he's a bench player. He's not.
They literally bring him in for the last 10 seconds of a quarter to act like he's playing defense and then sit him down for the rest of the next quarter, bring him in for the last possession of the next quarter to sit him down again to play defense at the end of the next quarter.
It's like the talent gene only hit one brother and just completely missed.
No, they got a younger brother that's in high school that's looking like
I've heard he's pretty
good. I heard
he's pretty good. But Alex and Thanasis are fucking bums. But Alex is the first one to get a ring.
Yes.
So shout out to him. He has that over Giannis. But pull the graphic back up.
But I'm yeah. No. Well, yeah.
I'm gonna go with my bias of my
It's
guy.
Only
Jared
one
Allen.
guy up there, man. Come on,
Jared Allen. I'm going with the Cavs. Jared Allen and Evan Mobley is a fucking stud too.
Man,
and I don't like that.
We don't even know what the skills is gonna be this year.
But what if it's the same shit it always is?
If it's the same shit it always is.
I'm going with the bottom, bro.
If it's the same shit it always is, the rookies are
Rooks are taking this easily.
Because Cade and Josh Giddey are fucking sick.
Giannis can't shoot.
And Scotty Barnes is fucking awesome too, but Anthony's over here fighting something.
I know.
Fighting the animal from Martin.
Anthony, are you there? Are you there?
Mike, Anthony's fighting the little animal from Martin. That was on that island.
If it's that normal, like dribble around the fucking cones and pass into the thing and then shoot the three, it's the Rooks. If it's something different, then Darius Garland, Evan Mobley, and Jared Allen are probably gonna be the ones. But those Antetokounmpo brothers are not gonna win anything. If they do, I'll be incredibly surprised.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how hilarious would it be if they just swept it?
I'd be incredibly surprised. Because skill set wise, outside of Giannis, neither one of them are as skilled as Scotty, Cade, and Josh. And Anthony's still fighting things. And then if you look above, Darius Garland, Evan Mobley, are the better skilled players than Alex and Thanasis. So it's just a matter of what Jared Allen does.
I'm thinking I should mute his microphone.
He couldn't have just muted himself or asked us to
couldn't.
mute him.
He could not.
Did you come back with fucking food?
Oh my Lord, have mercy.
You got up and made all that noise to come back mid-pod 2 hours in with a bag of food?
Oh my God, it's crazy.
Oh, Lord.
You can't make this shit up. If he pulls out a rib and starts eating right now, I'll be mad. I'll be mad.
Swear to God, Anthony, if you start eating on this podcast, I'm kicking you out. Done.
No,
I have tears in my eyes right now.
What's going on?
You know what, Anthony? I don't care who you think's going to win the skills competition. I don't. Dylan, the main event of the evening. So this graphic's not updated because I don't know if Zach Levine's going to participate. So this may, at the time of this recording, this is it, but this may change because I heard he's thinking about the Bulls don't want him to do it. So we'll see. But we will go off of if this is the list.
All right. You want my pick?
Yeah, go ahead.
My pick is Luke Kennard.
Patty Mills.
Luke Kennard.
Patty Mills. What?
Luke Kennard.
You're saying Patty Mills.
Luke Kennard.
Patty Mills. It's
Kennard,
crazy.
Luke.
You're saying Patty Mills. It's awesome. Thanks.
Kennard,
As a family, we're rooting for Mills Patty Mills, Patrick Samuel Mills.
No. Luke. Uncle Luke is what they call him in the streets. But
that's what they call him in the streets.
Yeah, Uncle Luke.
What streets is Luke Kennard in?
LA.
Oh, that's what they call him in Boston?
You disgust me. You disgust me.
Uncle Luke.
That doesn't sound like Patty Mills at all. That doesn't sound like Patty Mills at all.
Because it's not. It's not.
Well, I'm gonna go with the Australian man.
I don't even need to bring the graphic up for Dylan.
It's Patty fucking Mills, the best free agent signing of the fucking year. Don't at me, Patty Mills, huh?
For you, now ask Mike. Mike, who's your
who's
pick?
the best free agent signing?
No, I'm talking about 3-pointer winning this one.
I am actually going with Fred VanVleet. I always go with the guy that has clutch gene, and I think he has the most.
Patty Mills doesn't have the fucking clutch gene.
Not more than my man Freddie. Not more than my man Freddie, man. Going to do it for the 6. All right.
Obi Toppin's not winning the dunk contest. Coin.
No.
I'm taking it back. You disgust me.
You stamped.
My second pick to win this was going to be Cat.
Cat is a sleeper, but Cat only seems to hit the straight on.
Y'all are trolling me. Y'all are trolling me.
I need to see him hit these elbows. I need to see him hit these elbows.
Y'all are trolling.
Drop the graphic, Mike.
Yeah, I'll drop the graphic to let no.
Trolling me.
No.
Y'all trolling me.
You don't have the right to leave. Anthony, who do you think is gonna?
No, I'm going with Ice Trey, man. I'm going with Trae Young with this one.
You're literally not allowed to pick Trae Young.
How do you go? He's not welcome in Dykeman. How are you?
He's not.
He's literally not welcome in Dykeman, and you're picking Trae Young.
And you're picking him. You're just such a fraud, Anthony. Fraud.
I can't like Trae Young.
No.
Did I just ask if you could like Trae Young?
I've always liked Trae Young.
He went into the Garden in a playoff game.
I know.
Ruined your life.
I know, but hold on. Wait, but Dylan, you were in that chat. I remember what's his name. I think somebody that we knew. He asked me who's winning the next series. I said the Hawks. I said I like Trae Young. He's an A. Huh?
You shouldn't though.
I can look past it. I know it's a terror. I can look past it.
You could look past Trae Young going into the Garden and giving you the business.
James, do you like Trae Young?
No.
He literally shushed the crowd and said, "It's quiet as fucking here. It's quiet as fucking here." Takes a bow and eliminates you from the playoffs.
When we
Hey
beat
man,
that
You
I,
guys made Trae Young a star.
when we
I got
beat
a
that
soft spot for villains.
when we beat that ass like a drum on Christmas when he didn't play, he tweeted after the game, "Oh, y'all talk all that when I'm not here." Really, Anthony? And you're picking him?
I got a soft spot for villains, man.
Villains
I've
that
always
beat your team?
been an Ice Trae fan, man. I've always been an Ice Trae fan.
Wow.
You know what that's the equivalent to? That's the equivalent of Thanos snapping his fingers, you disappearing, then coming back and defending Thanos.
You're disgusting.
Saying, I don't know why you guys. I don't know why you guys. Him saying, I don't know why you guys hate him. He seems like a nice guy.
I mean, he's out there getting it done, man. He beat Captain America and Iron Man at the same time.
I can like the play. I don't have to like the team, but I can still like the play.
You guys literally turned him into the supervillain. Like the Knicks propelled Trae Young into another stratosphere last year, and they made it to if the Hawks don't beat the Knicks in the fashion they do, they don't have the confidence to win the next two series.
Mm-hmm.
Like at all. Like the Knicks propelled that, and you should hate him. Like that's a rivalry now. Trae Young versus the Knicks. So you're gonna be rooting for Trae Young to drop 30 on your head?
What?
You're gonna be rooting for Trae Young to drop 30
No,
on
just
you
because
now?
I said I like Trae Young, that doesn't mean I want him to beat us. I still want us to win. I just like him as a player. Of course, I don't want him to beat us.
I think every Knicks fan is disgusted by you right now.
Can't wait for the comments for this pod.
Yeah, can't wait to see all that. What's wrong with you? I'm not even a Knicks fan. I know you're crazy for this. That's like me defending James Harden. Like that's literally like me saying, like, no, James Harden was great for us. I'm glad he's out on another team. I hope he plays well. No, fuck James Harden. Fuck Trae Young. That's what it is. God damn, you're the worst.
Petty grudges, man. Grow up, children.
World. That's what
grow up, children.
That's what
grow up, children. Grow up, children. Grow up. All right.
Those petty grudges are what carry the sports world. Without those petty grudges, you don't have Yankees, Red Sox. You don't have Bears, Packers. You don't have fucking
Duke, North Carolina.
Y'all just named grudges between teams. I'm talking about one player. That
one player has now made a Hawks-Knicks rivalry.
So
okay,
Are you a Reggie Miller fan?
No.
Why?
Because I don't like him.
Why not?
Why?
Why don't you like Reggie Miller?
Because I've never been a fan of his game.
And why is that?
Has nothing to do with the Knicks dealing.
Are you sure?
Yes.
If you don't like Reggie Miller's game, you don't like Trae Young's game.
Sure, let's just leave it at that.
So you don't like Trae Young?
Yes, I don't like Trae.
You don't like Ray Allen either?
No, I don't like Ray Allen either. Anyways, at the end of the
fuck Reggie Miller.
Oh, there we go.
Banged on him. Banged on him.
There we go.
Got you, bitch. Get your bitch ass back in.
I think he's gonna win the 3-point contest. Apparently,
You know what? I'm gonna. I actually do have something to say too. My hatred. I'll show you how deep my hatred for Trae Young goes. I'm willing to put up my 12 pack. Put the 12 pack up.
Whoa!
Hate his guts. My man Fred's taking him out.
Wow.
Taking him out.
I'm putting mine up too. Patty Mills.
Go ahead.
Let's go.
Sign it, Anthony. He's gonna win, right? He's gonna win.
Winner take all.
Hold on.
Winner take all.
So you could go from -2.
Just signed it right here. Signature.
So we're done.
Done.
Winner take all.
Winner take all. Winner take all.
So if I win,
No. I'm not belling Dylan. I don't care, but I could care less.
Oh, I'm trying to over here do a big 3 winner take all thing.
Oh,
No, I agree with Dylan. Winner take all.
Winner take all the 12 packs. If you win, you get my 12 pack, and you'll keep your 12 pack, and Anthony has to give you another one.
All right.
If Anthony wins, he keeps his 12 pack that he's betting. He gets your 12 pack, and he gets mine, so he ends up having 3.
And if neither of our players win,
then nobody gets anything.
Yeah, nobody gets anything.
James, you want in on this since you got somebody else too?
Sure.
All right. So now, if James's guy wins, James gets. James, who'd you pick?
I picked Luke Kennard.
Luke Kennard.
Oh, the white.
Wait.
Oh my God!
Wait! Hold up!
Why'd you say it like that?
Dylan, you gotta edit that part out.
No, he don't. Because Mike, what is the first rule of basketball?
Never leave the white boy open.
Mm-hmm.
What's the last rule of basketball?
Never leave the white boy open.
And this is a competition.
And why doesn't the white guy win it every year he's in it?
Joe Harris just won.
He won a couple years ago.
Yeah, Joe Harris won. And you won't live it down, so I don't want to hear it.
Well, he beat Steph Curry, who's the greatest of all time.
It happened.
It did, but Joe Harris lost the next year.
It happened. He still got the trophy.
The only white guy in that 3-point contest.
He has the trophy at the house.
All right, so we got it here. We have a winner take all bet for 12 packs.
If so wait, so what do we have to get? What do we have to get, James?
12 pack
of what?
Whatever he wants.
What do I want?
Modelo.
Watch James fuck around and win too.
What do I want? Because Anthony is trying to get ginger ale. Mike is trying to get orange soda.
Yes, sir.
And Dylan is trying to get Diet
Coke.
as he drinks a Diet Coke.
I'm running low.
This is the second one.
Don't worry. I got another one. Oh, guess what? It's time.
I'll take a 6-pack of Gatorade, yellow flavor.
Yo, yellow's good. Hell yeah, James.
Y'all are bugging.
Me and James are here.
Y'all are bugging. Me and
Dylan. He did pick the white boy, but me and James are here.
Yellow. Y'all are
right, we got Luke Kennard. We got Patty Mills. We got Fred VanVleet. We got Trae Young.
Come on, Freddie. Come on, Freddie.
Winner take all.
Do it for
Ice Trae, baby. Ice Trae. Do it for the ATL, man.
Me and Drake is going to be drinking.
And then if none of us win, which is also a possibility because there's 4 other people we didn't pick, then we all technically win because then we just keep our 12 packs.
Yeah.
And then we save them for another day.
And Anthony's still in the hole.
And Anthony's still in the hole.
Yeah. Sure.
So it's a win-win. I'm here for this. I'm glad All-Star Weekend is this weekend. I'm excited. Get to go see my brother-in-law down in North Carolina. He's gonna be watching it, so I know we'll be good. Ooh.
Dylan, you got trivia for us?
Of fucking course I do. Hit the music.
Hit the music.
I'm trying to keep a hold on my belt.
All right. I'm bringing back nicknames.
You want to spell Rain Man, Anthony? You want to spell Rain Man?
Let me put myself in the
Hey.
All right. Spell Rain Man, Anthony. I'll give you a point right now.
All right. REIGNMAN.
God, how hard was that?
You got a free point.
What are you talking about? Like
you were taking deep breaths like you're on the fucking national spelling bee. and I asked you to spell it.
Enjoy that point because you may not get another this game.
All right, so Anthony, let me. All right, Anthony. Let me write down my thing. Anthony gets a free 1 point. All right, Anthony, you are first. I'm starting now because I moved myself to the top. Who goes by Big Panda?
No idea.
Michael, Big Panda.
These are NBA nicknames.
NBA nicknames.
Just had to make sure you wasn't talking about Kung Fu Panda over on the
No, Big Panda.
You know, I've heard.
I'll give you 10 more seconds.
It's gonna be somebody I know too.
I need
I'm
an answer
going to-
in 2, 1.
Going to S.
James, Big Panda.
Big Panda. Shit. I'm not gonna let time run out. I'm gonna give you an answer, but I don't know if I know this.
I'm gonna give you 10 more seconds.
Big Panda.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Answer.
I guess I am gonna let the time go. I don't know.
Bradley Beal, Big Panda.
Not where I was going with that.
Mm-hmm. All right,
Never heard him referred to.
Michael. Bones.
Bones.
Bones. Ten seconds.
Avery Bradley. I don't know.
Incorrect. James Bones.
Current NBA player.
No.
Oh.
10 seconds.
I don't know. I'm gonna throw this out here. Maybe Stromile Swift.
No. Anthony Bones.
Muggsy Bones.
Did you say Muggsy Bones?
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
I just threw anything out there.
Brent Berry.
Who?
Bones. Brent Berry.
Oh, Brent Berry.
Mm-hmm. Former Houston Rocket great. Brent Berry.
Muggsy Bones.
That's what I'm saying. Muggsy Bones.
Hey, we both got it wrong. That's all that matters. And I'm still leading.
You didn't like it's Bogues. It's Muggsy Bogues.
Oh, it's both? Hey, still got it wrong.
His nickname is Muggsy.
That was his first name.
Anthony's gotten clown faced. He's gonna be clown faced the rest of trivia.
I'm still winning.
All right. James, be easy.
These are terrible nicknames.
This is legit though. These are legit names.
Be
Be
easy.
easy.
Be easy.
10 seconds.
Be-
Oh.
All right. I need an answer now. All right. Anthony, be easy.
Nah, I ain't got nothing.
All right. Michael, be easy.
Is this a current player?
No,
Is it Baron Davis?
it is not.
No, that's B Diddy.
That's B Diddy,
He had multiple nicknames.
the Boom Dizzle. But no, this is Michael Beasley.
I
Oh.
should-
Be
I
easy,
should know
Michael
that.
Beasley. Anthony, Psycho T.
Jesus.
Psycho T.
Mm-hmm.
Current or non?
Non-current. Psycho T. Mike knows this.
Yeah.
I ain't got nothing.
All right, Michael.
And I know why it's clicking for you, James, because you should know because his bum ass went to that school you like. Tyler Hansborough.
Correct.
Hansborough? Yeah, that's how you pronounce his last name.
Tyler Hansborough. All right.
Bob.
Michael. Red Velvet.
It's not what they call current.
Current.
I'm gonna be so mad if it's this other guy that I'm thinking, because I really feel like it's. I'm gonna be mad.
10 seconds.
I know it's not him. Huter from the Hawks.
Yes.
Herder.
Kevin Herder.
Herder.
Yeah.
You knew who I meant.
Kevin Herder. All right. James. Spicy P.
Oh.
Yes. Anthony. J Smooth.
J Smooth.
It's J Smooth. Oh, James knows this.
Blanks.
All right. Mike.
Is this a past player?
It is not a current player.
Jason Richardson?
No. James.
Jamal Crawford.
No.
Wait, what?
No. Jamal Crawford is Jay
Ah,
Crossover.
Jay Crossover.
Jay Smooth is Josh Smith.
Josh Smith. Oh.
Yep, that was,
Ah.
Wow,
was Jay
James.
Ooh.
You're right, Jason Move. I should have known that.
Ooh.
Ah.
Got too confident. Still winning.
Michael.
Still winning.
Polish Hammer.
Polish Hammer.
Not current.
What you clapping for? What are you clapping for, Anthony?
He is
I'm not
not a
clapping.
current player. He is not a current player.
You definitely was
What?
clapping. You definitely was. He definitely would. Yes.
He doesn't know
Yes. What?
All right, 10 seconds.
The Polish. Are rated Sabonis?
Yeah.
Now look at this Polish.
James.
Polish Hammer.
Ten seconds.
Valanciunas.
No. Anthony.
No, I ain't got nothing.
Marcin Gortat.
Oh, Marcin Gorta. Oh, okay.
All right.
James,
James, your turn.
I should use my lifeline and ask for former or current.
It's James' turn, right?
Yeah.
Uncle Jeff.
What?
Uncle Jeff.
Jeff Green.
Yes.
2-2.
2-2-1 because Anthony's free point.
Uh-huh.
Anthony, if you don't get this one, I'll be real mad. I made this with a joke one. O'Nealovich.
O'Nealovich.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
I don't remember you making that joke. Shaquille O'Neal.
Yes. Oh my fucking god, Anthony.
What? I was trying to.
In the name.
I was trying
O'Nealovich.
to. I was trying to remember when you made the joke. I didn't remember you making that joke.
I didn't make a joke, but if you got this wrong, you're stupid.
No, I knew what it was. I'm just trying to remember when you made the joke.
No.
You kept saying you made a joke.
No, I didn't. Fun fact, I actually had 6 Shaquille O'Neal nicknames on this
Oh Lord.
at one point in a row.
Oh my god.
I would have gotten all of them.
Yes, I would have got him too.
All right. Mike, Splash Mountain.
Brooke Lopez.
And James, AK-47.
Karolinko.
Damn.
All
I
right.
knew he was gonna get that because I love Karolinko, and I always use him in NBA 2K on my mic.
All
I
right.
make it a point to
Anthony's
go
out.
AK-47.
Let's do it. I got a best of 3.
Mm.
You give me the answer when you got it.
Okay.
Yep. The French Prince.
Rudy Gobert.
No.
Kina.
Yes. Mike's got the point. The Human Victory Cigar.
Joe Burrow.
No.
I feel like that's right.
Human Victory
But-
cigar.
Do I get to keep rolling off names or
Keep rolling off names.
Red Auerbach?
Nope.
Is this still NBA?
Always been.
Michael Jordan.
Always been. Nope. I'll give you guys 10 seconds before I give you the answer because you guys are gonna hate me after.
Player.
All right. Darko Milicic. The Human Victory Cigar. And then the last one. Well, actually, if James guesses one, we have to do another one. The Manimal.
Fuck!
Bird.
Yeah, he got it. Kenneth Fareed.
Oh, I couldn't get his name.
Good
Because I could see him in my head, but I can't think of his name.
Yelling like an animal. It was not the answer.
Yes.
Yes,
But-
yes. Feels good to have my trivia belt back.
I was hoping James was gonna pull it out
Yeah,
because James has great reactions when he wins. All right, cut the music. You guys never heard the
Anthony.
Human Victory Cigar?
No,
Anthony,
not once.
bro, why are you so bad at this?
Look, I just have a shot memory when it comes to this stuff. I try. All I can do is
I
try.
gave you a free point.
I know. Well, you gave me 2 free points, actually.
Yeah, actually, yeah, I gave you 2 free points.
Nah. There was only 2 that I knew. That was the Andre Karolinko one and the Jeff Green one. I actually knew those 2. I was just like, fuck, man. I was like, if you asked me those ones, I would have gotten that. Other than those 2, everything else was just blanks.
Fucking Kenneth
No,
Fareed.
actually, you know the funny one? I actually knew the Darko Milicic one too. So out of those 3, everything else would have been blank for me. Like,
You knew the Human Cigar Victory
yeah,
Cigar?
I knew the Human Victory Cigar because I remember someone saying that, and like I was watching this Darko Milicic fucking This is documentary. They were talking about it.
Yeah, Anthony, I'm gonna sit here and believe you watched a fucking Darko Milicic documentary.
It wasn't just
That's
him.
the most outlandish thing I've ever heard in my life. Yeah, I was sitting there watching a fucking Darko Milicic.
It wasn't.
Yeah, you were. You know, you can tell me what he's doing with his life right now.
It
Anthony,
wasn't-
Darko
it
fucking
wasn't-
Milicic?
It wasn't just him. It wasn't just him.
Oh my
I'm not gonna
God.
watch it.
Man, I really want to go home and watch fucking Darko Milicic's documentary. Nobody. Darko Milicic doesn't want to watch Darko Milicic's documentary.
Oh man.
Fun fact about Darko Milicic, he's now a farmer.
Yeah.
He's a farmer.
Stole all
More
the
you know.
Pistons money.
All that Pistons money, got himself a ring. First one of that 2003 draft class to get a ring.
What?
That's
Pistons?
ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He was on that 04 team. What a ring.
Those rookies, man, they be fortunate, don't they?
Mm-hmm. They be getting rings before some of these all-time greats.
Yeah, man. What's
What
what's
the?
what's homie's name? That was on the Warriors that went to Toronto.
Oh yes, I was literally about to say this motherfucker. Ah, God, I forgot his name. But he has more rings than Charles Barkley.
Well, you only need one of those for to pass
Yeah,
him.
and like these
But
guys sit here.
he's got three.
Quinn Cook's got more rings than Charles Barkley and the child molester or the pedophile all combined.
Yeah, McCaw.
Pat McCaw.
Not McCaw.
Pat
He's got
McCaw.
3 rings.
He's got more rings than Patrick Ewing, Karl Malone, Charles Barkley combined. That's crazy.
That's ridiculous.
3 rings.
And he'll never sniff the Hall of Fame.
He has more rings than Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
He does, actually. He does.
He does.
He got 2 of
And
Golden State and 1 in Toronto.
And they'll never sniff the Hall of Fame.
Sniff the Hall of Fame. He'll never sniff an All-Star game.
He'll never sniff the court. He doesn't play. I don't even know what team he plays for right now.
I don't think he's in the league.
I'll say who he play for.
Who he play for? I actually don't think he plays for anybody. Babcock.
I'm gonna Google this while you start your like and subscribe. Thanks and goodbyes.
Anthony, lead it off.
Oh, like and subscribe. Deuces.
Wow, that was quick.
That was so terrible.
Delaware Blue Coats, NBA G League.
That's where you play.
No,
Yep.
Dylan, you don't get a solo. I'm sorry. You don't get a solo. Sorry. Well, I go last, so I'll take it off of me.
Anthony just disconnected completely.
That's great. That was great.
Good night. I didn't even get a chance to put the graphic up for him. It's just nothing. Just like and subscribe, folks. Like, subscribe, share, hit that notification button. We out here. Fellas, the stage is yours.
It's a celebration, y'all. The NFL season is over. NBA basketball talk. You know what it is? 75th season, baby. We here. Let me get my solo, man. Let me make sure I look good, man. NBA season, baby. And we're going to lead it off right here, All-Star Weekend. And then we're going to pick up to the most exciting part of the season, the second half. Yeah.
You hear every week, right?
Bump
every
the NFL.
You gonna throw out them socials? Or you good?
Yeah, man. Like and subscribe, man. Follow me on Instagram, Breezy __ BILLZ. Follow me on Twitter at Breezy5X. Hashtag Bunk the NFL. Hashtag It's a Celebration. I love this game. Yeah.
This is why we play.
This is why we play. Like and subscribe. Thank you to all the listeners. Appreciate all you. Ring the bell. Leave a rating. 5 stars. Leave comments. All that wonderful stuff. Now that the NFL is over, I get to cry a little bit. But NFL draft is coming up, and that's my favorite thing in the world, besides the Jets. But it's basketball time. The Nets are back. Nets are all the way back. Seth Curry is the best Curry brother, and Andre Drummond is the best center in the NBA. Kevin Durant for MVP. James Harden, fuck you, you fucking bitch. Look at this fat fuck right here. He's fucking terrible, and he rang the bell in Philly tonight. Fuck you, you're a bum. I appreciate you all. I won't be on next week's show because I'll be in North Carolina, but love, peace, all that good shit. I'll be editing still. By the time I get back, it'll be like Monday, like Tuesday morning, and it'll be done. I'll be editing it. You'll have my flair, so it's great. Yeah, go Nets. Nets are back.
Go Nets. Well, yeah. Thanks again for watching, listening to us. Follow us on all the platforms. Thank you to our platforms for putting us on Apple Podcasts, Anchor, Google Podcasts, Spotify. If you listen to us on Spotify, there is a poll from last week about our Nas, Jay-Z, Stillmatic versus Black Album debate. There is a poll up. Go hit that poll. We will be furthering that discussion very soon.
Yeah, we got a verses to do. 2 verses.
So all of that Follow me on the socials. IAM_MBJ. Yeah, man. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe.
James, Hail Mary is the soundtrack to your life.
Hail Mary is the soundtrack to your life, James.
What are you gonna play? Public service announcement. Then I'll play Hail Mary, and then you'll play your next song, and then I'll play Hail Mary.
Hail Mary again.
Well, we know that's not how a verse 6 works, though, right? You only get one
that
chance
was
with these
hilarious.
songs.
Doesn't matter because we're gonna play Hail Mary again.
Yeah, Hail Mary again. Then you're gonna lose.
Yeah, I mean, this guy literally didn't live. You know, that's the downfall of that.
And then you're gonna go out of your way to make sure you don't listen to Tupac.
Hey, it's not purposefully. I just don't hear them. You know, to songs that are my life soundtrack, I just don't hear these songs, and I'm not in these groups or in these scenarios that's just gonna place me with the Tupac song. I mean, I might hear it. It's a possibility. I might run into a Tupac song, but I haven't yet.
Have you ever seen the movie Baby Boy?
Yeah, I have.
What a ridiculous argument.
Yeah, like what? Nah.
Oh, here we go.
Good night. Good night.
Brooklyn. Oh.